Dan?
What's going on? That's like the whitest name I've ever heard.
What? Overdue Bobcat or Chase? Which one?
Chase Stanley?
Chase
Stun?
Stanley.
Stun?
Stanley is the black guy in the office. Just saying.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
gets a heart attack too.
yeah,
Gets a stroke.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh shoot. So today, Dan, you know what we're doing? We're doing Naruto tier list. So there's this tier website that a lot of people have been using to you basically just tier their favorite things. Like they go into something they love and they pick what they like the best out of that thing, I guess you can say. And me and you, we love Naruto. Like that's just the one thing. Like we were literally an hour before this, we are talking Cruella de Vil movie, and all of a sudden it just went into
Obito. The critiques are real, man. Yeah.
I don't know how we just compare everything to Naruto.
It's you know what? It was because I'm obviously younger than you. So when I started off with anime, I started off with Toonami back in the day. So it was either Dragon Ball Z, talking about it in elementary school, every episode of that. For me, it was Tenchi Muyo. And then I fell off a little bit from anime. And then Naruto came in my life. And that was, I think the manga was it was kind of like well past the tuning exam.
Yeah.
But the animation was at the tuning exam, I think. But anyway, I saw a tuning exam episode, and then I just fell right back into anime. Like you could say Naruto was like reintroduced me to anime.
I just realized I made a grave mistake on my streaming. Sorry about this. I made a grave mistake. I muted you by accident. So
thanks.
So
again, he does this all the time. He does this all the time. Every single time. Am I live? Can you hear me now?
They can hear you.
Oh my god! All the damn time. We have done like 4 streams, maybe 3.
I do this so much. I hate
every single time. Just to let you guys know, I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan. And then back in the day, and then I stopped watching anime. So Naruto's technically like my drug that got back into the anime world.
Damn it! All right, okay, we can get back into it.
We can get back into the Mabloke Show. Hey Dan, remember me? Yes, I do. Welcome to the stream. We're doing Naruto tier. This is the raw video. Chase has I'm here on Chase's Twitch channel. Overdue Bob Cat 50. So if you guys want to go to Chase's channel, and then I have a tier list on my comment section if you guys want to follow along. Yeah, so this is your baby, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I mean, I kept it pretty simple. We have basically a list, a bunch of pictures of all the popular Naruto characters and Boruto characters, and we are going to rank them to basically like how much we love these characters, like which one's the best of the best, and which ones are complete dog shit. Yeah. And I kept it simple. You got SS tier, that is the top of the top. Those are the gods. Those are the ones that we just fall in love with. There's S tier where they're great, but maybe they just don't have this or that. They're just not good enough. Who knows? A tier is kind of just they're good, but they're good. And B tier starting to drop down a little bit. You get it. C tier, trash, but not the worst trash. And D, they're worse than trash.
And just to clarify, the SS doesn't mean Nazis. It means
no.
It's like Super Saiyan God level.
Hold on. I'm changing to S plus now because you made me think not. It's S plus.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, let's just go Super Saiyan. But if you want to go S plus,
say it in the live stream. You could have said it when we were preparing for this. The 5 minutes we were preparing this before. But okay. I appreciate the warning in that.
Thank you. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, man.
All right. Let's just get started. Let's go for it. I'm going to pick a random character, and I'm just going to move my mouse around. Whoever I click, that's who it's going to be. Okay, I got, for the first one, we have Kakuzu. So he's the one that, Kaka, yeah. The one that, I believe that's how you say his name. He's the one that loves money. He's part of the Akatsuki. He has the, kind of the webbing. He's partnered with Hidan, and he's got like the webbing going through him that has like different hearts. Like he's got all the masks on him, and they each have a different heart on them.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. He's the one. He's really old. He tried to kill. Like he even said himself, like he tried to kill the first Hokage and got like he nearly died doing that. yeah, he's a money lover. He's partnered with Hedon, and he's part of that whole arc basically of Asuna
Do
getting
they say
killed.
the names on when you have them when you have the mouse on the profile?
Nope, that was just a really good memory. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's Kakuzu. Am I wrong?
Are you talking about the puppet guy?
No, that's Sorcery.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
That's
sorcery.
Sorcery.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Kakazu.
yeah, it's
He's the one that fought Kakashi.
Kakashi. Yeah, Kakashi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has a cool look. I
he
remember
does have
seeing
a cool
him,
look.
and he had a really cool look.
He does have a really cool look. Yeah.
I think yeah, I think he's and then he has a lot of the wiring work in his body,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yes, he has the
Yeah,
wiring work. It's kind of cool. Like he's got the different hearts and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you have to
yeah.
just heart.
That's
And
when Naruto was learning Rasen Shuriken, I believe,
yes, and
the wind element.
that's when he used like he really like I think he first used it really, and is before they
Yeah, yeah.
realize how bad it messes up his arm, and yeah, that's when he first used it is to kill him. I mean, when I think about him in those moments, he did. I mean, he took on Kakashi, Naruto.
Yeah,
Was
but
Rock Lee
Pain
there?
whooped Kakashi's ass too, and Obito's taking
Yeah,
out Kakashi. Kakashi's fought a lot of crazy villains for
yeah,
sure.
he has. So, but Kakuzu held his own against a lot of these characters, is what I'm thinking. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking A tier, so not S tier, but A tier.
I'm gonna go C
You can
just
see,
because like the problem with Kishimoto, because we're gonna be talking about this throughout the cast probably, because the problem with him is he doesn't. I've seen worse, but he makes a lot of these cool characters, right? I
yeah,
think Taito Kubo from Bleach does kind of the same thing. He
yeah.
makes these cool characters, and they don't really do that much in the story. So, like, they do, but they're not as memorable.
I'll give you this. Yeah, he in that story arc, it's more about Hedon as the main kind of villain to that because that's the one
Shikamaru,
Shikamaru,
yeah,
yeah, goes against and stuff. I think he's kind of the back villain that just puts up
yeah.
a good fight.
Well, if this guy would have like lasted a little bit longer and maybe like not necessarily like maybe escaped and got a
Yeah.
little bit more to him, I would say yeah, put him up higher. But for me,
All
I
right.
would put him on C.
I'm gonna put him B. I think you brought me down one. I'm gonna put him B. I'm thinking
Okay,
B myself.
all
Yeah,
right, I'm putting C then.
you're
Okay.
going C. Okay.
I'm gonna see. I just because he's a cool looking character.
Yeah,
He
he is
does
cool.
progress Naruto for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I think his
but
yeah.
it's just not enough.
I think his purpose in that story arc was just to be the action of it because Hedon and Shikamaru aren't that like crazy of action. They're more like the dramatic side of it and like the pain of losing. Uh, I think he was like kind of the more action oriented part of that storyline, but which I like him, but he wasn't the main focus of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to number two. We got a lot of characters here. I'm just gonna go random. We'll see who we pick. So this is a Boruto character, Sarada. Sarada.
Oh, we're going Boruto, huh?
Yeah, Boruto's on here too. I was like, you know what? We'll talk Boruto. We'll go all.
I know how much you like Sarada.
I like Sarada a lot. I think she is kind of what I wish Sakura was in the original series. Like she can be like
Yeah.
bratty and stuff like that, but she backs it up. I don't know. It might be I like Uchihas, but I hope for her to get a lot more in the show. Like I'm hyped for her and see where she grows in the Boruto show.
I think a lot of people would agree that with Sarada, it's like potential, right?
Yeah,
It's so potential. It's like what can she do throughout this whole? Right now, it's the manga series and the anime series, I guess, but the manga's further along the line. I like Sarada. I like the potential she has. She's already more of a likable character than Sakura. And she has a little bit more personality than Sasuke. So it's a good balance for sure for
yeah,
her. I just want to see
more.
more. I want to see more with her and Boruto, Mitsuki, Kawaki.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like Himawari. I think Himawari, if depending on what Kishimoto does in the manga,
she
could
has a
be such a big
lot
player.
of. But knowing Kishimoto and what we've already gotten in Naruto, we know some of these characters are going to be left behind. Like, and that's always my biggest fear. Like, I fear Sarada is going to be left behind or Mitsuki. That's just the thing. Because I mean, how many characters
Um,
storylines were left? so behind in the original series.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, like, excuse me, like with Sarada too. Like, it's I guess for me because they're still kids.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people want to see the grown up version.
yeah, I
Because
do.
because when they teased Boruto and he's already like older,
Older, yeah, with the eye scratch and everything. Yeah,
where's Sarada? Like, how much has she developed? Because
yeah,
she is the last of the Uchiha,
yeah. She
I
is. I
believe.
mean, yeah, and she's only half Uchiha. I mean, outside of Sasuke,
Yeah.
she's right now the only one that can carry on the Uchiha blood.
So I would say potential. Where do you think you would
I
rank her?
like I said, I really enjoy her character. It is a lot of potential. Like what could she be? I think she's an A. I think she's an A character. Like I said, I just like her personality. I like her and Boruto's little thing they got going on. I actually
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy that. I think she's got some cool moments already in the show, and I just want
And
better.
that would be really cool too, because for me, Naruto is all about kind of like the couples too. So because
Yeah.
I like romance in my any story I get.
Hmm.
So for me, I always imagine like an Uzumaki and Hyuga. And now that I got that, you got imagine like an Uchiha
Yeah.
and a Hyuga, you know.
Yeah.
So with Boruto and Sarada.
Yeah.
So like I said, potential and stuff. I'm gonna put her. I was gonna give her a B, but I still need to see. Like again, I still need to see more of this character.
No.
I feel like we will eventually get it, but for now, it's still been progressing. So I'm gonna
No.
put her in a C rank too.
Okay. Okay. All right, we'll go on the next one. Let's see. I'm gonna do random again. What do I get? Ooh, we got a good one. Guy Sensei.
Oh, guy, yeah, everybody
Guy
loves guy,
Sensei.
right?
Everyone loves Guy, especially by the end of it. But so I think this is either going to be an S or an S plus. But just does he deserve the S plus? Is my
Well,
thought.
yeah, maybe because he did like
Because that
fuck up
moment
Madara.
he fucked up, and we want to talk like strength. This dude's probably the strongest like raw shinobi there is. Like nothing else but raw strength. Every other shinobi needed shit to make them stronger. He's just raw strength and ability.
Opening up those fucking gates, man, and then
Yeah.
teaching Rock Lee about that too. Um, and then I guess the question is he stronger than Kakashi
Yes.
with the
Yes.
Susanoo?
With the Susanoo, I don't know. Do you think he could break a Susanoo with that eighth gate? Because I mean, he took
He
on
fucked up
Madara. He
Madara,
fucked up Madara.
and Madara had the Rinnegan.
He was at his most powerful. Yeah, I think he. I think.
So yeah,
I think it's an
maybe.
even matchup. But like you gotta think with that Susanoo, he only had it for like a second. So like normal Kakashi with or without the Sharingan, he could walk. He can clean.
My only issue is that the dude didn't die. Like he didn't like
No, I knew that.
He should have died.
He should have died. I agree.
Yeah.
That was kind of a cheap thing for the show to do, was to bring him back to life. I think I'm leaning towards. God, I want to put him at S plus, but I just feel like he's an S. I feel like he's an S. I don't feel like he's the top of the top cream of the crop characters.
Yeah.
But his badassness, the way that scene with Madara, the kind of the teachings he taught Rock Lee too, like his fatherliness with Rock Lee, I give it an S. It's a great character.
So, what do you think about the look though? The bowl cut,
it's terrible.
The bowl cut. Was it the Jonine vest?
Yeah, the vest and stuff like that, and the
green jumpsuit. Yeah, they had an episode that made fun of that too. Which
yeah, because they gave one
Naruto.
to Naruto.
Yeah.
You know what though? That's part of his look. That's part of his thing. That's his quirkiness of it. It's weird, but that's part of it.
I don't like it, but it suits him as a character.
Yeah.
And it's like memorable. Like when you think Guy Sensei, you think about that like weird ass looking,
big ass eyebrows.
Yeah,
because what's Naruto call him? He calls them bushy brows.
Bushy brows. Yeah, big ass eyebrows. And with the Rock Lee, like because Rock Lee, when they show him as a kid, he has like the cool kind of attire with the like that Bruce Lee look.
Yeah,
with the white like kind of Chinese kind of suit looking thing. And he goes into, and then fucking Guy Sensei comes and influences him. So it's so Guy Sensei is a definitely. I think a lot of people can agree, and then that he's one of the best, better, probably one of the best characters in the whole Naruto series.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and then he definitely like if I think you just look at that battle alone with him and Madara because
awesome.
you see him here and there in the Naruto series, but you don't see him in such a major battle like that, and they gave
No.
him the time to shine in that
The
battle.
only other there's another fight. Kisame. He f's up
Oh yeah,
Kisame.
yeah, 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 that's
He
right. Yeah, that's
he's
right.
he and I Kisame is an extremely powerful character.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
is.
was, and he f's him up bad. In that moment where he's standing over him and he's like, "Don't even move an inch" or whatever, and he literally just moves his fingers and he socks him right in the face. That I forgot about that moment till right now. That moment was dope.
With you know, it's it's so funny that we're talking about all this and like, man, they should have got more spotlight, you know.
I know he definitely should. He
But
definitely
you know,
should.
with the spotlight he got, it's so memorable, and
Yeah.
I would probably put him in S plus.
You're going S plus. I don't disagree with you. I just don't feel S plus with him. I feel S. I feel that's just
Yeah,
me. But
if
I don't disagree with it.
I was gonna put him at S, but you know what? Just like kind of just thinking about Guy Sensei and just like how like he's just like I mean Rock Lee is just like Guy Sensei,
Yeah.
and just his ability and sheer
You make me want to do it. You make me want to do it too.
his sheer determination, man. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Like the dude is going to. It's kind of like a Batman going against gods, like
Yeah.
that, like a dark
Uh,
side and fucking Brainiac, and
I'm
yet
yeah.
Batman's the smartest guy in the room. But
I'm
with Guy
open.
Sensei, he's the most best taijutsu in the room.
Yeah. You I'm open minded. I'm changing it to S plus too. It's so
I think you
hard.
got to
I
just
do
because of the
too.
Madara fight
Yeah.
alone,
The
and
modern
know
fight.
and
Yeah.
knowing how loving he is, he's a very lovable teacher. Like he really loves his students. You know, he really kind of like embraces. You know, he tells them to run to the sun, to be happy, to be free. To so as a character, that's a great. You know, we'll talk about like Kakashi and other teachers too. But with Guy, he really in a dark ass shinobi world, he's like bright as day. You know.
Yeah. No, I agree. S plus, easy. I can't believe I thought S for a second. He deserves S
I was
plus.
gonna go, but just because like, well, he didn't die.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't
didn't die,
fully sacrifice,
which is annoying, but it's not
but
his fault.
it's not like something you should knock him down for.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go random. Actually, yeah, we'll go random. What do I get? Ooh, another good one. Minito.
Oh man, so
Oh,
yo, what's your thoughts on Minato, man? The fourth Hokage.
dude, he's clean. He's the cleanest character in the show. The cleanest, dude. Like his jutsu is so awesome. The way his teleportation jutsu or whatever it is just, man. Whenever he's in a fight or he's doing anything, like he's just clean, dude. He's
So
smooth as hell.
is he the fast? Because they call him Yellow
Uh,
Flash.
Naruto, I believe, what I've understood, is like the fastest shinobi
Crazy,
ever, like by pure speed. But
crazy.
Minato, of course, with his flash, like he's instant, so it's hard to
That's a
beat that.
teleportation
It's
jutsu he's
teleportation,
using.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So he's instant. He's there. He can teleport like far distances too. It's not like just yeah.
yeah. And
So,
he has it's so funny because in the beginning of the series, you're like, fucking guy looks a lot like Naruto.
yeah, I kind of guessed. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Naruto's dad. I was like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think we were all thinking that.
yeah.
He's he's the biggest disappointment to me.
You think he's a disappointment? How
I agree with
so?
everybody else when they say he's probably one of the worst Hokages.
Really? What makes
Be-
you think that?
because all this shit kind of started, or he didn't really like Obito. I don't think he's a very good teacher. I don't think he
Okay.
handled the his squad really well.
Yeah.
What was the other like? So that whole war was because he just didn't. He might be the fastest and quick and really smart. Did not pick that shit up, did he? He his he when you compare him to the other Hokages, including Naruto, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't stack well with them. He
Like
doesn't accomplish
I think
as much as he does, even though he
and
died young.
that might be that might be that you might be right on a diplomatic standpoint. Like a
Mm-hmm.
diplomatic, that's probably where he struggled at, and I don't think they showed enough for that. But a lot of shit did kind of start with him. I mean, it kind of went. Yeah, the war was during his tenure, but again, he ended the war. He ended that war by taking on an entire shinobi army by himself. Like
Did it really just end with him taking on the army, or was it
I
like
don't.
other factors that came into play?
I
Because
think there was other
I think the
factors,
other
but
factors.
that was a big one. And like I know like every shinobi, like he's one of the most feared shinobi to exist. Like he was outside of maybe Hashirama. I think he's the second most feared Hokage. Like the way the other nations, like you could not go near him. Like if you saw him, you run. That was every other nation's code with him.
Now, by all means, he's like one of the most powerful Hokages for sure.
Yes,
I
and I
guess
like he's clean.
he's he's very like his striking ability is fucking insane. Like there'll be like three motherfuckers around the forest in
Yeah.
all different angles, and he'll get to all of them in one shot.
Oh yeah, I do like it. I like it. The little relationship between him and Naruto's mother.
Oh, Kushina, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
it's a good little chemistry. I liked it a lot.
The red tomato.
Yeah, the red tomato. Well, no, she was habanero,
Oh,
like the red hot
habanero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
I
liked
thought
her.
that was pretty cool because it's like a little
Yeah,
Spanish kind of little
yeah,
mix
yeah,
in there. I do. I love that aspect. With him and
yeah,
Kushina, I think he looks really cool. I actually
yeah,
prefer his little kid form.
yeah.
He looked like he was rocking an Adidas jacket, bro. And I was like,
Yeah, he
what?
was. He
Little Run DMC
was a dope little
style, bro.
kid.
Dope little kid, and then still taking on all these guys to rescue Kushina. I just think that I guess the problem is yes because he died so young, but then again he kind of started. He just
Yeah.
didn't. He's just not a very good. I don't think he's a very good teacher.
Okay. I get that because of the way his team turned out. The way his team turned
Oh,
out, I
his
see it.
team was obliterated,
It
man.
got destroyed. Yeah, I will get S tier in my opinion. Despite what you could say, he's still the cleanest. He's still like his fight with Obito, the way he just dropped down on him from above. His fight with the Raikage and Killer B. I mean, just he's clean, dude. His entrance in the great fourth Great Shinobi War, like
And then you got
he,
to say his softness. Like he's not
yeah,
outspoken. He's very soft with
he's very
his.
soft. He's kind of got that loving, like he's a very likable person. Like I feel like he's that cool dude that like he's just too nice to be true, too kind to be true, kind of thing. I guess you would say.
Mm, this one's a hard one because I do like Minato.
Yeah,
I do like the four. I think I think they build him up so much in the series and before that big reveal. And I love
yeah,
that moment though. I love that moment when Naruto's fighting Pain and then Minato and Naruto have that one-on-one. I think that's beautiful and I think it was
yeah,
great. But they built him up so much. And then like when we get him and we get his like the full story, I feel like it got taken down a notch. Like, oh,
yeah.
you're not as you're badass, but I guess I was expecting like the greatest of all the Hokages, but he's not greater. I don't think he's greater than Toburama. I don't even think he.
Really.
I don't think he's greater.
I mean, we'll get to Toby Rama, but Toby
I'm,
Rama caused a lot of issues for that place. He's a reason a lot of that shit goes down.
he was right. We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him on A. I'm gonna put him in A because I think there's other characters that are. It's so like I said, it's so hard because he didn't accomplish enough because he wasn't like he died.
He wasn't a Hokage
early.
very long, no.
But
His
he did
biggest
give Naruto a
accomplishment,
chance with the Kurama and stuff. But I'm gonna say he's in class A because
Yeah.
I think there was other characters
Okay.
that did more than he did.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go for it.
But
I'm
clean,
going S
clean,
though. S.
cool look
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Clean look.
S.
Yeah.
I think he's the cleanest character in the show. Again, very lovable. I mean, yeah, he doesn't do much, but I love his character. I love his jutsu is one of the I think the coolest in the show. I want his kunai. I want to buy like his kunai and stuff like that.
He has a dope look, especially
has a
with the
dope look.
Hokage cloak.
Yeah.
Dopest look.
All right. All right. Let's go with another one. I'm gonna go just kind of pick this one. I've been looking at just one that's not talked about a lot, and he's kind of just forgotten. Uh, is Shino, I believe. Shino. Bugs.
Shino.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shino. I'm just gonna go with Shino because everyone forgets about Shino. That's like the whole joke there in
I
Shippuden.
like Shino though.
I do too. I
I
do
like
too.
Shino. I don't think I like him in Boruto.
No,
He's
dude,
kind of a little bitch.
he's horrible in Boruto. He is such a bitch.
Shino never to me though was like when he pops on the screen, and it's kind of cool because he has like that mysterious look
Yeah.
from when they do the tuning exams.
I liked him in the tuning exam. I thought he was cool. He was like one of the
That's
characters
the
that like
mystery, right?
got me
Yeah.
at first. I was like, "Ooh, that's cool!" Like,
But
damn,
after
he's
that, never felt like he had like high potential at all.
nothing. And the whole joke of Shippuden, there's a lot of the fillers and stuff jokes about how he's forgotten and like how the other characters forget him. For me,
Naruto forgets him.
I think this is an easy C. So I don't think he's terrible. I don't think he's trash. He's cool, but he does nothing. And again in Boruto he's pretty terrible. He's just not as he's weird. And, yeah.
They give him more in the fillers when part one of Naruto than they ever do in the story.
Mm-hmm.
He helps out, but
yeah,
it's
he's
just,
there during the war and stuff.
But nobody is clamoring for a Shino statue, toy, whatever, playing card. They don't like nobody wants that.
They just don't want Shino.
And his look never like advanced to me. In like part two, he didn't look as cool.
Yeah.
He didn't. The mystery's kind of gone after you got to know him and his clan. I'm not saying he's garbage, but he isn't to me a D ranking just because he's actually in the story, but we just like the show and they poke fun of it. We really forget about him, and he doesn't do anything as he's just not a very popular character. It's hard to sorry to say he's just not somebody you're just gonna want toys and rock shirts with. He's just not that type of character.
He's not
a garbage character. He does help out, but I would put him on D. Honestly.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do random this time again. I picked that dude on purpose. All right. Now, okay. I went the guy next to him. All right. This one's a good one. This one's a big one. It's Sasuke. It's a big one.
Sasuke, huh? Man, oh yeah. This one's
It was kind of purposely.
It was random shit. I'll let you go first on that one.
Man,
you're the Uchiha fan.
It's so hard because he gets both so much hate and so much love, and he doesn't deserve either. Almost. That's how I gotta like he gets
not Sasuke.
Sasuke's awesome. Yeah, that's a dope. Actually, that's a cool design.
I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so Sasuke is like, I defend Sasuke a lot. I defend him against the haters because I think he's a cool character. I like him. I love him at first. I get a lot of the hate against him. Like I get it. People. The biggest thing that bothers me when people talk shit about Sasuke is that like he's a crybaby bitch and stuff like that. And like I get it, like he's that emo kid and everything that.
But his whole clan and people fucking murdered.
Clan was slaughtered by his fucking brother. And he was forced to see that. Like his brother forced him to relive his parents' death in that moment, like in
order for the bigger goal. And his brother loved him, which is insane.
Exactly. Like he has such a fucked up childhood to me. Like like people are like, oh, he's such a crybaby. Dude, I would be effed. I'd be so messed up if I saw my parents get murdered by my brother. And again, he gets Itachi makes him look at that for 24 hours in his mind using his eyes. And so like that would F any kid up. And like to learn that he loved him and like this whole like it was really the village. Like I understand completely why he was pissed at the village and why he blamed the village for what happened. Like it was their damn fault. They pushed the Uchihas away, you know, and it's and like I get it completely. Like at times he can be a little bit of a bitch, but overall I get it. And he's cool. He's got dope moments. I think he's kind of weaker than the show likes to put him. Like, because, I mean, a lot of his fights, he doesn't really win.
He's OP. but
Yeah,
like, yeah, he like I thought he was gonna beat Killer B.
I did too. Killer Bee whooped his ass.
Whooped his ass.
Whooped his
Um,
ass.
the second fight with Gara, he needed like it's kind of like reminds you of WWF, like when Hulk Hogan
Yeah,
would go in there and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna lose to this guy," but he told the guys like, "Hey, but I'm gonna lose it by a fluke. Like I had my foot on the ropes the whole time, and the
yeah,
referee count three, like something like that. Like with Sasuke, it was like, oh well, my eye was bleeding, so I couldn't really properly defeat Gara. I
yeah,
barely got this power when fighting Killer Bee. So it's always like that with Sasuke. I think
yeah,
he is very powerful. You see that in the last fight with Naruto
yeah,
and
yeah.
Sasuke, and they work so well together. That's what I love about the series.
They're
They
awesome.
work amazingly. Like when they fought, was it Haku, I believe.
Yeah, yeah,
Great
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, it was great. I wish I kind of saw more of that throughout the show because, of course, they're in like Shippuden stuff. They're split the entire time almost until the very last arc. Essentially, they only see each other like once or twice.
And then even Boruto, they're really like they kind
Yeah,
of depowered them a little bit.
they
They
did. They
kind of
do.
did. Yeah, they
They.
depower
I
them.
mean, definitely during that one where they go back in time, that arc when they go back in time, like he's
Oh,
extremely weak in that arc, and
I'm saying
it's.
let's say manga, man.
Oh, manga, yeah, they do three. I know that too because they, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, he could be. There's like decisions he makes. Is like, why are you making these decisions? Why are you
yeah,
being such a tool or a douche?
yeah,
Why are you being such an asshole? Like, you're really gonna kill Sakura, who's like
yeah.
really loves you,
But we'll
and
get.
use
I guess we.
Karen.
Yeah, I think we can get into this later though. But it's also like, why the fuck is Sakura wanting to be with this
I
teenage
know,
friend?
I know,
But
I know. What's and then I guess you really when you talked about Sasuke, you, of course, is gonna go hand in hand with Naruto.
yeah,
It's a good like difference in personality, and I think that's what makes the show goes.
yeah,
Like Sasuke's is brooding, doesn't really talk kind of guy, and Naruto's so out there, outbursts,
hmm,
talks all the time. They're so different, but yet when they come together, it's like chemistry.
yeah.
So, but it's
I'm
kind of weird because like Naruto views them. It's great touching moments, especially the first
yeah.
fight with those two.
Oh, it's
So with
awesome.
Sasuke, I guess you gotta like it has to go hand in hand with Naruto's story too, because those two, that's the main
They're intertwined. That's
focus.
the whole point of the story. Is there? I I think I'm man. I for me, I'm putting them up high. I'm putting them either at S or S plus. I'm just like, do I let that plot armor? Because it's kind of a plot armor thing that people complain about. Does that bug
Mm-hmm.
me a lot, or do I do I really just? I love his character. I love his story.
It's the like the tail end of like this great Shinobi War,
Yeah,
and it's just constant Uchiha throughout the whole series. It's just
so much
Uchiha.
Uchiha,
So
so much.
I think that's why a lot of people dislike Sasuke a lot because
Yeah,
it's like so he's Uchiha,
he's
he's going against.
Uchiha. It's Uchiha. It's Uchiha. Yeah,
But I'm gonna give Sasuke this. Okay, he tends to lose a lot of his battles, but he fights in big ass epic battles. He
awesome
fights
battles.
Itachi, who's
Yep.
probably the greatest shinobi out there.
Yeah.
He's fought Killer Bee,
He
who's
fought Datara.
eight
Oh yeah.
tails.
Yeah.
That was a great fight with him and Daedra because it
Hmm.
was more of outwitting each other. It was like a chess
Yeah.
match, which I
It
loved.
was. It was really, yeah.
He's fought what Donzo. He's
Danzo was
fought
awesome match. Yeah.
he's fought Madara, he's fought Kaguya, he's fought Naruto twice.
Yeah.
That's not even going into Boruto where now we have these new villains and he's fighting these major
Yeah.
basically aliens. Like this Sasuke he's fought in major like battles, and now that his story is concluded, now he's such a big asset for Konoha. The one place that wanted to destroy everything from him, now he kind of turns a new leaf and sees he wants to
Protects.
probably protect it for not only for Sarada and Sakura, but for Naruto too. For
Yeah.
Naruto and him,
To help him
that's where
see his vision. To help him see his vision is what I like. Yeah.
he's the number two.
Yeah.
It's like what Boruto wants to do later on in the story. But where I how I rank him, I guess in this would be that how did his story go from beginning to middle to end? the dude had a redemption arc.
Yeah,
He had an arc as a character, so he became this. I mean, you could believe it or not at the end, but I thought animation wise, I thought that second fight with Naruto was probably one of the greatest fights and conclusions of like these
we
two
can
storylines.
we can go on about that being the greatest fight in all of anime ever. Like one of the greatest moments in all of anime. Like it was phenomenal. It's
Phenomenal, and it just concluded
a
so nicely.
masterpiece. Yes. It saved that series from that ending, like towards that bad ending that it was kind of going towards. It saved that series and made it all worth
Oh
it.
yeah, because everybody was looking forward to the second fight, and
Yeah.
yes, the manga it was really rushed, but I think the
Yeah.
anime really showcased it. So
Yeah.
that's how I'd throw in there
I'll
for ranking him.
I'll go S plus. I'll go S plus. I think he's that character. He's that big of a character in the show. He's getting all those great moments. I think you're right on that. And I love his story arc. People can bitch about it, like that he's an emo kid or that he's bitchy, but I like it. I think I like the redemption arc.
I was gonna put him on S, but I think I will go S plus because you don't have Naruto without Sasuke.
Yeah, you don't. You're right.
The story's not the same if you don't have, even if with his bitchiness.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with the letter like a lesser character, right? Actually, no. You choose a character. You choose. I want to let you choose.
Shit, you know who I'm gonna choose?
I'm curious.
I
Save some
was
big ones. Save some
okay.
big ones.
Okay,
Some
okay. Let's see. Let's go a little. You know what? Let's go. Let's go. Eno. Let's
okay.
go. Eno. Let's go.
Eno.
Eno.
Okay.
I really like the look of Eno. I like the look of her. Like I like characters who have different kind of eyes, like Hinata and stuff.
Yeah.
And Eno's ability to go into to an animal or whatever or a
Oh, into
person.
a person. Yeah.
Yeah, like to really that I like that ability. I like, and it's very useful. Her dad, influenced her a lot too. She has a gentle. She's like Sakura, but I think I like her more because I don't know. They show her a little bit more of a. I don't know. I just find her personality a little bit better.
I I've always the show, like, for a lot of times she annoyed me more than Sakura, like at times.
They were right there with part one.
Yeah, part one, and for a long time she like really got on my nerves. And I'm gonna say this about the look. I never had an affinity for blondes, so the blonde look don't work for me.
I liked how they compared her with Deidre, which was
yeah, that is funny. That is actually, I did look at the pictures. I'm like, yeah. She just annoyed me for so. I'll give her this. Like, I was never a fan of her power. I didn't think it was that cool. I get the point of it. It just wasn't that cool. But during the Great Ninja War, the final arc, they do like her dad and stuff, and her like show it off a lot, like the usefulness of it and how important it is. And she has such a big how big that power is to the whole war in general. Like, it's a key aspect in winning that war. Without their power, you could not win that war. So she annoyed the shit out of me. But again, I do like how her power towards like is so important to it. I'll put her at a C.
I think I heard a lot of people say that she's probably one of the most beautiful out of the shinobis.
Yeah.
She is. And then
She is.
she's, especially in a manga, Kishimoto really knows how to draw her figure and yet still maintain like a shinobi look. I actually really, she's super annoying in part one, especially like the introduction with her and Sakura as rivals and shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, she's so she could be useful.
Yeah.
That team with Shikamaru, Choji, in the past, like their fathers too, like that team works with the abilities they have.
Yeah.
It meshes really well. But you're gonna put her at C?
I'm gonna C, and because I'm doing that too, I'm gonna put Shino down at D because I think I like Ino better than Shino.
Yeah,
because her usefulness, I put her over him. I'm gonna put Shino down at D.
I'll agree with C. Even though I have Sarada at C, like I said, I need to see more from Sarada. Of course, I think she's gonna go.
Yeah.
By the end of the series, I'm hoping she's an S plus character. She
has so much potential.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
All right, man. What we got next?
All right, I'm gonna go. Let's go with a character that you wanted first. What was that other character that you wanted? Let's just do it.
Hinata.
Of course.
No, you
Of
know what?
course.
No. Let's say,
Okay.
you know, because you know we did the waifus podcast.
Yeah.
Let's say Hinata for later.
Okay. Okay.
You want to know what the other character I was gonna pick?
What?
Jirai Sensei.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Oh man.
Jirai Sensei, baby.
Jiraiya Sensei. Oh man. Just I mean, whenever you can talk about like anime senseis, I mean
Hmm.
he's your typical pervy sensei, but he's always the like top
He's
tier, like
he's such a knockoff of Master Roshi. Sort of.
yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of, yeah.
he
When it
is.
comes to pervertedness, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah. He is, and that, but it's just that it's that level of quality of him that just it doesn't matter how pervy he is. You love him.
Pervy guy, old guy, but boy, his freaking look is awesome. I
Dope.
love the hell out of his look.
Yeah, his character design is amazing. From like his bulky kind of physique with that red coat and the hair, this white spiky hair, like it
Hmm.
is a cool look.
And then he has kind of like that headband, the
That's
red
kind of
headband.
mhm. Yeah,
I what I like is his shoes. The dude is battling with
He's
clocks, dude.
yeah.
Like, and then
I
when
was
he's
gonna
like,
say that. I was literally thinking
when
about that.
he's
I'm like,
doing
oh,
his stance and like
yeah.
against pain, and he's doing like, dude, the dude is battling with clocks.
I don't know why the
Bro.
hell that's something that I always notice. Like it's always something that I notice with him. Like I'm like, why the
Yes,
fuck is he
yes.
wearing those?
Why take off the clocks, bro? You're fighting Orochimaru, dude. But he's so dope. Like, and I
Oh
love
yeah.
that he's he's the sage, man. He's this frog sage.
Oh yeah.
He smokes his pipe sometimes.
Yeah.
He could be serious at times, especially he. I'm sorry, Kakashi Sensei is my he's my boy. I love Kakashi Sensei, but
Love
to
Kakashi.
properly train and to connect like and become
Yeah.
like pretty much family with him and Naruto is beautiful, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely the top sensei in this show and one of the top senseis in all of anime because man, the way he takes care of Naruto like a father, like he's the father figure to Naruto and the relationship that they build with each other
Hmm.
and helping Naruto grow is just an awesome connection between the two. And I love every moment of them together. I love every moment of Jiraiya Sensei teaching them.
That relationship makes that death even much more
Uh,
impactful against, and that was one of the
dude.
best fights
That fight
in
was
the
awesome.
series.
Him versus Pain, like that was the
Oh
first
yeah,
time you saw him go off, like him at his full power, and he took on. I mean, it was 1v6,
took on
like
was it six pains
it's six pains.
at that point? Yeah, six,
Yeah,
right?
at the end of
Yeah.
it, he takes on six, I believe. And I mean, you gotta think about it. Those six pains wiped out Kona. Took
Konoha.
out Konoha. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it took one or two of them to take down Kakashi.
I was gonna
Like
say one took out Kakashi,
one took out Kakashi. Like
but they call Konohama.
yeah, Konohamaru, Konohamaru, and
It's so
Konohamaru got the
the
kill.
panel, dude. The Kishimoto sometimes, man. I
He
don't
can
know.
be so yeah.
But dude, I love Jirai, man. And then
Do you,
I've seen a statue where
yeah.
he's like he's on like he's on the ground and he's marking the frog because his throat is like
Mhm.
bashed in, and then they
Yeah,
have
that
the statue.
statue's dope. I've seen it.
Bad,
You know,
right?
I
Badass.
wish I could afford that shit because I would buy that one easily.
I even like the transformation he does against Pain, the Sage
Yeah,
mode. He looks like a fucking hobbit.
yeah, he does. He's a yeah.
It's so funny, but it's so memorable. So
It's kind of
memorable.
it's kind of like that thing like being a toad sage is so weird. Like he was came on, you're like you're a toad sage, like what the hell, like
Yeah.
frogs, like that's so weird. But then it's like, damn, this is badass. I wish I was a freaking toad sage.
I mean,
Like,
this dude, yeah. The
I
Hobbit.
want to
You
be
mean a
a
Hobbit?
I want to be a hobbit, dude. I want to have two frogs on my shoulder. Like,
He's accomplished so much. He's been in so many different wars.
yeah,
He's trained. He literally trained the savior of the world.
yeah,
He trained the
the
most destructive villain of the world.
yeah, and also
He's
the
done both.
Fourth Hokage too.
Fourth Hokage. He's
Hmm.
the one of the three Senin. He
Sonny,
or Sanin.
yeah,
He's accomplished a lot. He's a novelist. He's an
yeah,
author.
yeah. He's
Kakashi
an
loves
author.
that shit. Number
Hell
one fan. Um, he's he's left he's definitely left his mark in the world,
yeah,
and So and it's crazy because he's older, right? He's up there
Yeah,
with
he's
Tsunade,
real. He's stuck with
Orochimaru.
yeah, and he's stuck with his guns. Like Losanian's like he stuck with who he was the entire time.
Yeah,
He never tried to be anyone different. You know what I think he is? I think he's like Sasuke to Naruto, but to how Sasuke is in Boruto, he's the Shadow Hokage. He's never going to be Hokage.
he never wanted it.
he never wanted to be Hokage. But
Yeah,
he's like without him, they I mean without them, they were weaker. Like when they lost him, they were a lot weaker without him because he was there to protect the village.
yeah. This dude was still kicking ass,
Yeah,
at his age, and this dude, this dude's amazing. Like when you, like people know exactly who you're talking about when you say Jirai Sensei.
yeah,
Exactly. He's
yeah.
just that memorable. I'll say before we rank him, my favorite moment in the Naruto series is actually when him and Naruto, and this is part one, and in the anime, they're walking at Naruto's training. He's going to be learning Rasengan, which who did Rasengan? Jirai did,
That's right. Yeah,
and then Minato.
Minato created it.
Yeah, but he sparked the idea, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did. Yeah, he
I think
did.
so. But my favorite part is like because Itachi and what's his name were like hunting down
Kisame.
uh, Kisame hunting down
Yeah,
Naruto, and like they do this jutsu on this like fine ass woman, right? And she's like
yeah.
she's like right there. They're at the hotel. She's right there, and
Yeah.
Troy's like, "Oh!" And then Naruto's like, "Whoa!" And then he goes, "Here, go in the room. I'll be back."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh wait, where are you going?" Like, yeah, go to your room, Naruto. Like, and then there's one part where he's like with three women,
Yeah.
drinking. Like that's I like my Burmy
So,
characters. My Master Roshi's,
yeah.
Jiraiya and Master Roshi are totally right there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like the craziest mofos. But
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna rank him, dude. You know
It's
where
gotta
I'm
be
ranking him.
easy. It's easy. It's not
This
even a
this dude's
debate.
a this dude's an
S
S plus,
plus.
bro.
It's
Yeah, he's an
easy.
S
Yeah.
plus. He's so
Yeah.
amazing.
If there's an S plus, he is the S plus. Yeah.
He's so good. He's such
Uh,
a great character. I'm surprised I don't have a statue with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go a little bit less like a character I don't know too much about, but I know enough. Let's go with I cannot tell you his name. He's an Okesuke. I don't know how to say it. Okasuki. I don't know. He's the guy with the fishing pole in Boruto.
The
With
guy
the
with the
fishing pole. He's the one. Remember when they go back in time and see Jiraiya, like Boruto goes back in time.
Oh, is he on
That
here? Oh, he's right here.
yeah, he's right there. Yeah.
I don't know too much about him. I didn't watch that. I saw
I
clips.
mean,
I'm gonna go
it's a
deep because
D tier. It's a D tier.
he looks like a terrible
I just wanted
character.
to get that one out of the way. He's D
Okay, yeah,
tier.
get his ass out of here. We're
He's a
not
D
even.
tier.
I heard that arc wasn't that great.
It had its moment. It had it was kind of nice to see Jiraiya again, but
Yeah, it's okay. We just nostalgia trying to
it
reach in
was
the falls.
it was trash. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go random this time. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Datara.
Data is like we talked a little bit about him earlier.
Yeah. I really liked Datara when he first came on. I really did. Like when I first saw him he's like in the first 2 or 3 episodes of Naruto Shippuden he comes on, and I really liked him. Like he was a good way to show.
Captures Gara.
Yeah, he captures Gaara. Captures Kazekage.
I do like his ability to make bombs out of clay.
Yeah, it's a cool ability. I always say if I ever cosplay as anybody, I think I have to do Datara because I feel like I'm closest to his look with the blonde hair and everything, and I would be totally.
I don't
down.
know, man. I don't know. I always said that I'd be Asuma.
Oh yeah, Asuma.
Yeah,
I see that. Yeah,
rocking that beard.
but yeah,
Deidara is like he's a really cool character. He definitely
yeah,
like I said, that fight with him and Sasuke were great.
that's
But
awesome.
what is it? Is it? It's kind of like the Joker and Batman, right? Where the
Yeah,
Joker, like Heath Ledger's Joker, overshadows Christian Bale's Batman. A lot of times, Deidre seems like he gets overshadowed by like
yeah,
Gara or Sasuke, but he holds his own.
he
But it's
does.
like, I
One
don't
thing
know.
that people don't talk about Datara enough is he's actually a very intelligent character. Like he's actually a very very smart shinobi. Like he's very intelligent. I think I read something that I think he was part of the Earth, the Hidden Cloud or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
I think like when they said they lost him, it was a big loss to their shinobis because he was a very intelligent. I mean, he takes on Itachi comes at him, and
Yeah.
Itachi gets him in that one genjutsu. And what does he do? He finds a way. He gets that little eye thing, and that thing
Oh, yeah, that's right.
is to counter that. Like he's thinking ahead. He's trying to plan ahead to
That's
his
pretty. That's
opponent.
pretty good. That's
Like
pretty good.
he's a very smart he's a very smart shinobi, and people don't think of that. I give him an A. I give him
Um,
an A.
you know what? It's another thing where like really cool character. Maybe died a little bit too soon. He
Yeah,
does get reanimated, but it's just not the
it wasn't
same
that
as
bad.
when
It
he was
wasn't that. It
alive.
wasn't that good. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him B.
Okay.
I do like the character a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him B because I just don't. I can't put I can't put him. I can't put him with Minato. I think Minato does better.
Well, yeah. I would think it's. I wouldn't put him with Minato either. That's why I put
Great
Minato
fights
at
though.
A.
Great fights though. I know.
Yeah, he does it. All right. You can choose the next one. You
Oh,
go
me?
next.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see. Let's go. You know what? Let's go. We just talked about him. Let's go, Gara.
Okay. Okay. Tough one. A little bit of a tough one in my
It
opinion.
is. It's a little unbalanced because it's another
Yeah.
thing where like part one and then part two comes.
True.
Even
And even
Boruto.
Boruto, I was about to say, Boruto takes into a faction of what I'm deciding here, and that's what makes it
Yeah,
hard. Um,
I love Gara. Don't get me
love,
wrong.
love him,
It's
love him.
just it's just you expected more battles with them. You expected
He
more.
takes kind of a back seat in a lot of
Yeah,
moments. I feel like in a lot of moments he's very much in the back seat, and it's kind of disappointing.
I think his true big good fight was when he fought against his dad.
Yeah, which was
Like
like an
emotional
awesome moment.
fight.
I actually
Yeah,
I missed that moment somehow when I was watching the series. Like I skipped over that. I don't know how
it's
I
a
did,
it's
and
a
I didn't get to
very
watch it. I didn't get to watch it until like
yeah.
2 months ago, which is
It's
crazy.
very it can be overlooked.
Yeah, but it was a very good moment. It's a moment not a lot of people talk about. It's a moment that's kind of forgotten, but it was a good, very good moment.
That was his last big kind of fight.
That was
He
that.
he
Yeah,
did fight an Akutsuki member, but like it
yeah,
was mostly Naruto and Sasuke on that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this though, like he is a very his story overall, like how he grows as a character, I do absolutely love. Like his character growth from being the psychotic little shit that he is in the first in the original series, being the like scary as hell to this very soft-hearted, kind person who just wants to protect people. Like I loved it. I loved every moment of seeing, and even like when he becomes Kazekage and seeing him grow as the Kazekage, like that's what partly made that fight so good.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the big speech that he has during the Great Shinobi War
That's true.
is amazing. Like you see him take charge. Like he's the new young Hokage. A lot of the other Kages, not Hokage, Kazekage.
Yeah.
The other Kages don't seem to care for a younging. And he comes out there and he's like, no, this is the way it's going to be. Like, we're building off Naruto's future. Like, what Naruto sees, I'm trying to go there with him. And we're going to try to create that future together.
Well, one of my favorite moments is like when he's at that point where
Yeah.
he's changed so much, and when he's fighting Sasuke,
Yeah.
and he's just trying to like help Sasuke,
Yeah.
and Sasuke's like, nah, bro. And then like he sheds that tear. He's like, well, I know how much Naruto wants to save you.
Yeah.
He saved me. You can be saved, but I got to do what I got to do. Like Gaara's, that's what I like. That's the difference between him and Naruto, but they still have the same ideology,
Yeah.
especially like now. His look is super cool in part one.
In part one, he's cool in part two.
His gear, his look, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
not
tight.
as like terrifying as the number one, but that was kind of the
Yeah.
thing.
He had that raccoon look in that part one, like
But
down to a T.
I cannot ignore the absolute tragedy that they
Of the
did to his
haircut.
character design in Boruto. Like they ruined a lot of character designs in Boruto, but God, man, they destroyed him in
That's
Boruto.
bad. That
Like
was
not
bad.
only hair design, but like power scaling. Like Boruto is just. I like the fact that his little adopted son and stuff, but other than that, like
Yeah, you didn't even
Boruto,
know that much about that son yet. That's the
no,
thing too.
he kind of seems cool, but
Like with Garo's look in Boruto is not very good, but then I guess like it makes sense because like they're in a different era where
no,
now they're having like technology and he's kind of
Yeah.
looking more. It kind
Clean.
of reminded me of Legend of Korra.
yeah.
you went Avatar, Earthbender, and then you went Legend of Korra,
Yeah,
and then you had more of a sleeker kind of look, sort
you
of.
did.
But that doesn't excuse that. I wish
It
it was
looks
better.
terrible.
I
Yeah, it
wish it
did.
had
That
been
looks
better.
terrible. It just does. You can't. To me, I think this is a solid S tier. I think for me, it's a solid S tier. I
You
think
know,
he
I'm.
is that
Uh huh.
great. Like I said, his character story is one of my favorites. It's awesome.
Him and
And
Naruto,
yeah, I
so
do.
good.
I love him as a character. I love
That
his
fight.
redemption. Yeah, that's
Oh, and
cool.
we got to say him and Rock Lee. That
Oh
fight.
yeah, how can you not talk about that fight?
That's like the highlight of like the Naruto series. Everybody
Yeah,
goes to that YouTube clip.
Rock. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so good. His
it's
ability,
so
his
good.
sand ability, is what I love the most. Is
Oh, it's
how
awesome.
he could just have, and then in the
It's
tuning
just
exams, Hinata, Shino, and Kiba, they come across him, but they're hiding, right?
yeah,
And like he just like murders two
slaughtered.
kids.
Yeah, he's terrifying in Naruto Shippuden.
Great villain,
I mean in Naruto in the original series. Great, yeah, he was
great
awesome.
villain.
He
Yeah,
was
and then
phenomenal.
and his fight against Sasuke, and then that
Yeah,
little his fight against Sasuke in the beginning of the tuning exam, it was cut short, and then they fought again, and then
yeah,
Naruto. That is what I think. That was because of Gaara as the villain, and because with him and Naruto and how much they are alike and how they beat you over the head on that.
yeah,
That's where it made me really love Naruto, man.
yeah,
Really, because Naruto fucking becomes a beast when
yeah,
he does a transformation of the frog to Kurama,
yeah.
and they're going like two kaiju's going at it.
Against each other.
That
Yeah,
that's where,
that
and the
was.
music and the emotion, like
Mhm.
that's where I fell in love.
It-
Well, I love Naruto versus Neji, but that's where it, like went up a level. I was like, oh my god, this is so good
yeah,
for sure. S,
I agree.
I will agree though. S.
I think S. I think because of the little things, I won't put him as plus, but S is easy. All right,
Yeah,
I think we should get a few of these kind of lower characters
yeah,
out of the way.
yeah.
Let's go with I mean, Horn dude from Boruto. He was
D
big buff dude that Sasuke fights on the other
D.
planet. D,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just there to get
He does
absorbed.
nothing.
Honestly,
He does nothing.
just there to
Um,
get absorbed.
this one may I don't know. This is the guy from Naruto, the last movie, the one that
Um,
takes Hinata.
I didn't really like him as much of a villain either, so I'll put him on D.
Yeah,
I think there's more to his story, but nah, he
I
didn't
was
do it for me.
I was considering C, but I think I'm with you
I
on
think his name
D.
is Toneri. He wasn't very memorable in that movie. That movie was
Yeah,
just mostly,
it's
just
about
that
the love.
romance.
It's about the
Yeah.
love. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I forget how to say the name. It starts with these. The original, the sons of the six paths. The one that has the Uchiha eyes. He's the descent. We'll
I'm gonna
do
go
the.
D because I never watched that filler. It looked
Oh, okay, you're
terrible.
gonna go D. Yeah, it's kind of D. I'm gonna go D for him and the other brother. He's the other one that's like the six
Okay,
paths look.
where's his ass at? Let me see.
He's the one with the headband, the white headband over his head. White
Who is
headband.
he?
I know it's hard to find a certain character sometimes.
Oh, I see him. Okay,
Two braids on the side, yeah,
let's do D.
yeah. And then let's
That's
go.
not even part of the manga, so I'm putting that shit in D. The manga
Yeah,
is like true source anyway.
okay. Now I'm gonna go with the little interesting character, a little thought. I don't know. Zetsu, Zenetsu,
You're talking about the Two-Face guy.
the Two-Face one. I mean,
You know what? Like, I guess he's a big important part of the story towards the end,
but he's
but
still.
he's
But
not. He's
kind of
not.
the reason that he's kind of the reason the story sucks though, is because he comes into play and kills Madara.
Oh yeah, it's stupid. I'm putting him a D.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, he's a D. Like he just wasn't anything. I mean, yeah, he's a big part of the story and he's a big part of the war and everything. And he's the
He
big
every time
backstab
he
of it
came on,
all.
I just didn't care.
I didn't either.
I didn't
Yeah,
care at all.
he's part of the
Yeah.
reason the show like lost some people.
They should have took him out and just had a different kind of
Yeah.
idea on that one.
All right, and then I'm gonna go six paths for the next one. The six path sage.
The old man.
The old man, yeah, the one that's like gives
Ugh.
Naruto on top.
I mean, I'm not gonna put him on D. Like he's
No.
like the. I'll put him at A.
Gonna put him at A. I was thinking B. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
B.
I'm
B.
thinking B
B.
because he's a good character. I like it. I liked him. I like that kind of part of the story.
Just not
I like
enough.
just not. There's nothing there. Yeah, I like the lore behind him and all that, but there's just not anything there
I'm
to
gonna put
really
him on
work on.
C. I'm put him on
Okay.
C. Put him on
Okay.
C. Oh, he's more memorable and more important than any of the characters in D.
Yeah, you're
Maybe
right.
because of Sheen
I'm gonna go with
or
I'm gonna go with you on that one.
I'll go C. I'll go C.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting down to some better characters now. Let's go. Let's switch off to a different one this time. Let's go. Let's go. Naruto's mom,
Kushina.
Kushina. What do we think she at?
Kushina.
Habanero.
Kushina. I'm gonna put it on B.
Okay.
I really like this character. I love her design. I love her red hair. I know a lot of people before the shipping wars were saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, look at Sakura's coming in, for the win," because Kushina's like no,
No, nothing
she
like.
well the outbursts and stuff, but like
Yeah.
she's so like I love the Naruto's her son and they both
Yeah.
are very similar. They both say Detabayo.
The bio.
Like I put her there. She's not as great as a shinobi as Minato, of course.
Yeah.
But some of the memorable scenes in the series is totally that scene where first she meets Naruto for the first time.
Yeah.
Second, she's a badass for her ability to hold down Kurama.
Yep. She does have strong power.
Sacrifices herself.
And she did that while she had just given birth to a kid. Well, weakened, and she was weakened from that, and losing. And
Uzumaki's.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's a prime example of how strong the Uzumakis are. Yeah,
Same kind of story when like Naruto came from a village.
yeah,
But I guess I would go also to the movie where if they were alive and Naruto goes
yeah.
I
The
think it was
switch.
Road to Ninja or something like that.
Yes, I watched that one
Yeah.
recently. I can't remember. Yeah,
Yeah, so you get more I guess you get more to it. So I really like her. She does leave a lasting impression
yeah,
and you could see that's Naruto's mom, but it's like, oh, it's Naruto's she has more to her.
yeah.
So not as great as Minato when it comes
No,
to like power wise and shinobi
yeah,
wise, but a fantastic character to give you a lot of emotion and of course with Naruto's story. And if you ever thought, in part one, like who's Naruto's mom? Like that's exactly who I would have thought was Naruto's mom.
yeah. 100%. I'm going A. I'm going A because I do really like her character. I love. I know the thing is they don't show enough of her, I guess, but I do like when she does chain up
Yeah.
Kurama. I like her personality. I like again. She's kind of what I wish Sakura could have been. Like this kind of mean. Like I'll hit you if you say anything mean about me or whatever. But she's fun and I love her and Minato's relationship. I love when Naruto, like when she meets Naruto, dude. I think that was way more emotional than when Minato first met him. I love that scene, like when he grabs her and holds her and is like, "I wanted to meet you for so long." I love that scene.
Two different tones to those.
There were.
Both work.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
work.
yeah.
It's funny because like Kushina is Naruto, and then like Minato is pretty much Hinata.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But yeah, I'll you make me want to put her next to Minato, but I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna stick to my guns because I know Minato. He definitely comes to play at the end of the war too, and helps Naruto. It's sad that we didn't get Kushina helping out too, but
Yeah.
I'll stick with my guns and put her at B.
Who do you want to pick next? You go for the next one.
Let's. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk her great grandson. Let's talk Boruto.
Okay, we're going into Boruto. God, this is so hard.
he's the main character in the sequel. It's just
he's definitely not. He's definitely not an S plus, and I don't. He's not an S. Is he A though? That's what's hard.
I'm gonna say, well, because you're not current on the manga of today.
No, I'm not, and everyone loves the manga
of May 31st. There's getting more stuff to Boruto.
Yeah.
right? I like Boruto. I think he's smarter than Naruto.
Yes, for sure.
I think he's more. He has the gentle side like Hinata.
Yeah.
I think his look is pretty cool. I like. He has kind of like his grandpa's look as a kid, like that Run DMC look a little bit, but with the
Yeah.
badass black and I think once again huge potential, especially right now what's going on. He's a lot like Naruto. He's a lot
Yeah.
like Naruto. I just can't wait till he. I think he's gonna be a lot better because the look is better when he grows up with that sword and the karma mark, and
Hmm.
then his relationship right now with Kawaki,
Yeah.
Himawari. He's definitely the older brother type, which I love the Naruhina family
Yeah.
moments in the anime. But you know what? I still haven't seen enough. We're still super kind of. We've been through the manga and it's
Yeah.
getting good, good, good.
Yeah.
But
You know,
I still,
no,
I'm gonna put him on C.
really?
I'm
Wow.
I'm gonna put him with Sarada because these are two characters that just they have so much potential and it's there, it's right there.
Hmm.
But it's I gotta see more arcs. I gotta
I,
see more of a
I,
character. What happens with the relationship with him and
I do agree. I
Himawari?
need to see a lot more. I do feel like I need to see a lot more, but I do like the direction he has been heading in this show. Like now that Kawaki's involved, I like him with. I want to see more Sasuke training him. Um,
That's a cool element. That's a
I
really cool element.
I like him in his relationship to his friends. I think he has a real like I love his kind of like he's kind of the cool kid. Like instead of Naruto wasn't the cool kid, but he's kind of the cool kid, you know? And he kind of has that like chip on his shoulder, like he wants to live up to that expectations. He has a lot of expectations on him and he wants to live up to that and surpass those expectations. I like a lot of what his character is. He is annoying at times. He is annoying.
Especially with
Uh,
the him and Naruto aspect before the movie, you know.
Yes. Yeah. So he is annoying at times. He is some moment like the Boruto anime is what keeps getting in my head and keeps bugging me. Like, oh, the anime so far out like it's basically like 5 out of 10. It's not amazing. It just has moments of good moments. But I do like him as a character. I'm gonna put him with Sarada too, and I'm gonna put him at A. I'm gonna put him at A because I think he can be an S tier character
Oh,
soon.
no
But it just
doubt, no
but
doubt.
I do
He's
need to
somebody's gonna have to take over. He could be the Gohan that we should have had in
mhm.
Dragon Ball Z, where he should have took over Goku's role. So
Yeah.
that's the potential he has,
It's
and
taking yeah.
with Vegeta being Sarada. I mean, not Vegeta, Gohan, and then maybe Trunks being Sarada.
Trunk, yeah, that's
But you know, it's just too early. It's too early
yeah.
for me. So I'll put him
Okay.
with Sarada. For me, it was C.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna choose.
We should get rid of Konkoro.
I was thinking Conqueror too. Where do you want? I mean, I'm gonna put him at. I'm gonna put him at C.
I'm putting him at D.
Really? You don't like Conqueror?
Not
I
really. Not
yes.
really. Like Sosoro is the better version of who masters the puppets. He's
Yeah, he
cooler.
is.
And Konkoro is just like the brother.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
don't
you
know.
know, I'm just not that he's kind of like Shino to me. I don't really care about this
I don't.
character.
I just don't think he's complete trash. I don't think he's completely like. I think she
No,
knows it, but
I put him on D. The D could be trash
he's
to
he kind of has
just
some
not
good.
relevant, you
He kind
know?
of has some good comedic moments
Oh yeah.
sometimes. So
That's true.
I'll give him a C. I give him a little bit of respect. Like I get it. Gara's his brother, and Gara's a lot better, and we love Gara, and he's kind of just fucking there. Even like his sister Tamari, like we love her, and like she's better than him. But yeah, let's go Tamari now. Now that I said Tamari,
Okay,
let's finish off the
I'm
trio.
running out of room for my D's.
I know. I think it goes on. Let me check something real quick. Let me see. I think it might create more room. Yeah, it creates more room as you go.
It's okay. I think I just got a couple more spots for people here.
Yeah, it'll create more room. It'll create more room. Let's go Tamari.
Chase, I love Tamari.
I do too. I
You know,
do too.
I'm just gonna already put her on my rank.
Where are you gonna put her?
S.
What did I do with her? You're going S? Holy shit. Oh my god.
I love Tamari. Like if Hinata was not in this series, Tamari would be my number one. she
Really?
she I think is the most underrated character.
Yeah.
Not the
I
most
do.
powerful,
No.
the most underrated. Like,
She does say she's the strongest wind user in the war, even though it's not true because Naruto comes in,
no,
he's strong.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure there's another wind user out here. So,
yeah, yeah,
I love her. Like, if we're going for look, just overall where her story ended up and where
yeah,
it first came in, her look throughout the series has been awesome.
yeah,
Even in Boruto, I like her look.
yeah,
I love her relationship, of course, with Shikamaru. I love the battle they had, the tactical battle.
yeah,
I love how she was one of the leaders in the Shinobi War. I love her ability to use wind with this big ass fan. It's pretty cool.
yeah,
I love her introduction. Of course, she thought Sasuke was cute,
yeah.
you know.
Everyone does. Everyone
And then
always
she ends up
does.
with Shikamaru, which is
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
I just love her attitude. Her Shikamaru does not become Shikamaru without those talks she has with him.
yeah. And you know what? And this is the thing. I was gonna say, and I was surprised that you're so highly on her because I didn't know, but
Not
she
a lot of
should.
people know.
But she should. You're right, though. She should be because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all these female characters. I'm like, Hinata's the best, and she's a clear best. But Tamari is the clear second best. In in my thought, I'm looking. I'm just like She's pretty fucking awesome, and I'm like but
I
I
think
don't.
Tamari could beat Hinata in a fight.
I don't disagree with that. She could. I think it'd be a close one. I think it'd be a close match.
It's definitely different styles
Yeah,
for
and it's
sure.
long range versus short range.
I love
That's what it
Hinata,
is.
but Tamari, she's more ruthless. She gets the job done. Like
Damn.
like if I'm gonna do like, okay, pick pick your team, pick your
Yeah.
basketball team of Naruto characters.
Yeah.
Take it tomorrow over here.
Yeah. I say, man, you're a good freaking salesman. I mean, I was thinking
I'm
A.
pretty damn good, right?
I was almost solid on A. But God, she is an S, man. Because I'm like, when it comes to Naruto, like female characters, Hinata, clear best. Tamari, clear second best. Like, I think she is a badass character. And you're not
Definitely the
wrong.
healthiest relationship between her and Shikamaru.
Yes,
That's the most realistic.
her and Shikamaru's relationship, I think, is out. I mean, again, Naruto and Hinata's is hard to beat because of the movie and everything, but
Yeah.
theirs is like the most clear cut, like a perfect relationship, like
Yeah.
tandem. Like it was such a good ship. It was such a good match, and yeah, their fight was great. Yeah,
The like, and then just how that came to be, like when they grew up and
yeah,
like she was coming over to the tuning exam, the next tuning exam, to
yeah.
advise it or whatever, and then like he would like be in the morning, like he's not an early waker, but he'd be
No,
there early in the morning, you know. But another thing to throw in there is that we have not yet seen Tamari and Shikamaru work together in a fight. Imagine that.
no, that'd be cool.
Imagine that.
They better do that in Boruto. That'd be dope.
Dude, these
That'd be-
two, that's why I say it's like Tamari is like slept on because Tamari and Shikamaru, if they were going at each other when they were kids, I mean, what was Shikamaru plays? Plays that chess, like Shogun. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Shogun.
Shogun. Yeah,
Fucking
Shogun.
put
Shogun. Yeah,
put
Shogun.
Tamari against him. See what happens in there.
She'll put up a fight. I think I think it'd be a good little moment where like he's like, what the hell? She's actually good at this.
Yeah.
And he still wins because he's Shikamaru, but like she puts up a fight. I think that would be what happens.
She's right there. She's
Yeah,
right
no,
there when it comes
I
to
agree.
tactician.
Okay.
So that's why I put her in S.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go random this time, and we're gonna go random characters. There's a lot of big characters. Let's
Yeah,
see.
most definitely.
Okay, this one I was thinking about doing because I'm very. Is she a D? Kaguya.
Okagia,
Kaguya, the man, technically the main like villain
Yeah.
of the show.
the last villain of the Naruto series.
I'm like,
I will.
she.
I have a Funko Pop of her.
Yeah, you do.
It's so cool. It's such a great paint job on it, but the
Yeah.
character's so bland.
So bland, dude. So boring, and like Madara was so much of a
Such a
better
better-
villain, and I'm like,
Too OP though. Well, she's
he was way too OP. They had to kill him. They had no choice.
her look is awesome. I love her look. I love
Yeah.
her abilities.
I like her. Yes.
I'm gonna already give my rank real quick, and then I'm just gonna say it's because there could be a potential return for her.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna give her a D. I'm gonna give her a C because she has everything that you need to make a fantastic villain, and there
Yeah.
is a possibility she might return for the Boruto series, which
Yeah.
would make sense. I mean, this
Yeah. I've
all
heard
kind
that.
of started with her.
With yeah.
So I'm gonna put her at a C. That's kind of like
I
all I had to say about her.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. I think C2, like I said, she was kind of a disappointing part of the series. Like it was kind of it just kind of like the pace of the series just went like full stop when she came into it.
Yeah.
But I do like her look. I do kind of like her as a character. I just think she could have been done a little bit better. And like you said, she has a chance to. So I'll put her at C. I don't
Kind
think
of doesn't have a character.
No, she's boring. She
She's
just
very
doesn't do
boring.
anything.
Like she looked like when she came on the scene in the manga, I was like,
Yeah.
oh damn.
I like what them fighting against her. Like I like what Naruto does, Sasuke does. I love
Yeah.
Obito's death and all that stuff. Like I like the moments in there, but like she herself was kind of just a bland part of it.
Yeah, she herself didn't really
Yeah.
impact to like Madara did. She didn't. If you take over a badass villain like Madara,
Yeah.
and you don't really have that memorable, it just wasn't needed.
Yeah.
I guess it sets up later on. That's why I say I won't give her D. I'll give her C, just because I think they have to bring her back.
Yeah. All right. You pick the next one. I want you to pick a good one. Pick a juicy one. Pick a.
Oh, we're going juicy.
Yeah. Pick a
Woo!
good one.
I already know, boy. I already know. We're talking about pain.
Yeah,
Pain.
I like it. I like
Pain.
it. Yeah.
Your thoughts on
shall
Pain,
know,
bro?
huh? Bro, he is. He might. I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you're talking best villain. Like it's up to debate and who's the best villain. I don't think there's a clear cut winner. I think everyone can have their favorite, and he's definitely like one of the guys that you have to talk about.
Best villain.
You think you're going best villain?
I'm going best villain before he becomes a bitch.
I'm already gonna put it at. I'm just saying it right now. I'm already putting him at an S tier, S plus. He's already S plus.
Even when he becomes a bitch, like he did everything. It kind of sucks because, it kind of sucks because
He's so cool,
I'll put S.
You're an S. You're saying best villain, and you're putting him at S.
He's the best villain because, but then he just all the deaths and destruction doesn't matter before that he's the best villain.
Yeah,
but then
that
when
is annoying.
Talk no Jutsu happens.
I do like the talk no jutsu part. I do like the part where he like Naruto, like him and Naruto have that connection with Jiraiya. I think I love that connection. I like that moment. I do get to your point though, the fact that like they just bring everyone back to life.
It's gonna be another villain on here that's a similar situation.
Yeah.
Dude, think about it. He comes in, he kills Jiraiya Sensei. He has this epic music.
Awesome.
Oh, great. All his pains look dope.
Yeah.
His main pain he uses is his best friend, right? Dude, because the main guy is in a fucking like tree. Friend.
And I forget that. So I'm like these are dead bodies he's controlling.
It's like, not the real pain.
This is a corpse he is using.
Not real pain.
Yeah.
They have to figure out that that's not the real pain. Fucks up best girl Hinata. Gives her a big shining moment. Mm-hmm. Fucks up Naruto.
Fucks him up. Makes Naruto break.
Kills Kakashi. Technically, he's dead.
No, I do like that they brought him back to life because I felt like that would have been too early to kill him off.
Yeah, that was cool. But I mean, still, talk no jutsu, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would go S plus if they would have continued that.
I'm sorry. To me, it's an S plus because still, it's the best arc in the damn series.
I'll tell you why.
Best arc in the damn series.
I will tell you why it's not an S plus later on because I know we're gonna get to this other character, but it is the best arc. Man, the emotion.
Oh, it's so good.
You got everything. You got the confession.
It's his. Oh,
you got Naruto.
Bro, him over the entire village, just going like, "You shall know pain" or whatever, and just ultimate push like. And the English dub gets a lot of hate. Dude, I forget who the actor is behind his English dub. Phenomenal for him. He is awesome English dub.
First introduction to his full Sage mode. Red Cloak.
Yeah.
With Naruto, you know. Mm-hmm. That this arc is like the best. Like
pinnacle of the series. Like
When
it is.
Pain destroys Konoha, I
No.
was like, that is a main villain.
Yeah.
That is a villain. And then he don't give a shit about Madara or
No.
Obito. He
No,
don't
it's
care.
not about them. It's about his. It's about his what he wants.
The message. Every
Yeah.
great villain has a reason, unless you're the
Mhm.
goddamn Joker. Even he
Yeah.
has a reason though. He wanted peace. He wanted everlasting peace.
Yeah.
So different ideologies of how to go to it with him and Naruto, but it made Naruto stronger. A villain needs to do that too to make him
Yeah.
stronger, to organically. Like Pain is the best villain until he becomes a bitch. until he gets talk, and then he has a fine ass woman by his side
Oh
until he gets like talk no jutsu.
God.
He's an S. He's an
I did.
S. I
did
want to
forget,
put him in S plus.
I did forget Conan. I did forget Conan a little bit when it came to best
Yeah,
girl.
she fine.
Let's go to Conan. Let's go straight to her, man. Let's go straight to Conan.
No, so you said S plus, right, on Pain?
Yeah, I said S plus. I'm sticking with it.
I want S plus. I want S plus.
It doesn't bug me that they brought people back to life.
Bugs me.
Not as bad as I wish that they killed people off in the Great Shinobi War. That's bugged me. I don't know.
Best villain to Konohamaru does a Senkan on one of them. It takes one out.
Let's not talk about that. All right.
I'll go
Conan. We're moving on to Conan.
Is she on here?
Yeah, she's on there.
She is.
Blue hair, yeah. I love Conan, dude. Conan is one of the sickest designs.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
One of the sickest designs in the show. One of the coolest little powers. And she only gets one moment to really show off who she is. And that moment is insanely awesome.
That moment is really good. In
Her
the manga
fight with,
and anime.
Yeah, and her fight with Obito is amazing. I loved it. And she only lost because Obito has a broken power.
Obito's a bitch, that's why.
Fuck off. I'm going S though with her. I'm going S because
you going S? Oh my god!
Character design. I would buy statues of her. I love her character, like her kind. I like her a little like gothic. I don't know. I guess I got emo kind of like. She's kind of like not a big talker. She's not like a lot of these girls are bubbly and stuff like that. She ain't bubbly. She just I like her. They don't give her too much, but like her love for that one guy that dies. Their friend.
The friend, yeah.
Yeah, and like her breaking and turning into who she was, and like I like her a lot. I liked her a lot. She's an awesome character. Yeah.
I'm gonna put her at a B.
Okay.
I like her. I just think that fight is awesome though. The fight is really good. Her look is fantastic.
A large part of this is character design for me. I think when it comes to character design, she's
one of the best for sure.
Yeah.
I love the flower in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just her ability the paper mache kind of ability.
Yeah.
That's great. I'll give her a B though. I'll give her a B because she didn't do as much as I wanted her to do, but epic way to go out.
My B's got like nobody in it. I only got Kakuzu on it right now. I gotta start filling that up. Let's start filling it up.
Well, let's go with let's throw some characters out there. I think they're gonna usually talk about. Let's go Tenten.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about that. I can keep it off 10-10 for a little bit because I'm like, if there is a forgotten character in this show more than Shino, it's for sure 10-10. But I like 10-10. I really like when she's on the screen.
I like Tenten. It's just nothing. They give her nothing.
She's probably the weakest shinobi out of all the shinobi friends.
I might even say she is. I think Konohamaru is more stronger.
Yeah, I know. She's
wow.
They gave her some fillers and that's it, and they're not good.
I put her in and you know what's the funniest thing is she had the that scroll in the war that's supposed to I thought it was gonna make a big difference.
And she did.
Did not come into play at all.
Just made her weaker.
I won't put her at D. I'll put her at C because they did a cartoon called Naruto SD, which was Rock Lee's.
Yeah, it's kind of like the more
funny one.
Version. Yeah.
She's great in that. She's so good in that. So I'll put her at C.
I'll stick with a C too because I weirdly like her character. Like I liked. I don't know why. I liked her, but she just does nothing.
She's probably one of the cutest out of all the girls too.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm into brunettes and stuff like that, so I think she's one of the cutest.
Then I'm just trying to see. How about Chocho? or Chocho,
Choji.
Choji, Choji.
I think for me he's a B character. I'm going to be. I like Choji. He has his moments. He has some great moments.
Oh, it's part one. Yeah, a lot of these characters have great moments in part
In
one.
part one, he does have a great moment in part two where he gets that butterfly thing. It was kind of cool. I don't know if he fights against Asuna on that. It's during the Great War. I don't know if it was
I
considered
thought he
a
did that in
filler.
part one.
No, he does that in part two where he gets. Does he do it in part one?
He gets skinny.
He gets skinny, but I don't think he got the butterfly. Did he?
I thought more of his abilities in part two was like he grew more giant, like his dad.
Oh yeah, he grew giant, but still, I like that moment where he
I'm
grew
gonna
giant.
I'm gonna put him at I think I put him where Tenten was.
Put him
Yeah,
at C.
I put him at C.
I go B. I like him. He can be,
He's
but
fine.
I like him. Yeah,
He's there for comedic purposes.
he is there for
He's a
comedy.
good friend to. I
Oh
like the
yeah.
dynamic with him as Shikamaru.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. For me, this is Kiba. I think this is an easy one for me. If we're talking his dog, I put his dog at a C. I like his dog. Akamaru. I like Akamaru. But
I'm gonna
Kiba,
go
I'm D. I'm D.
D.
I'm
He's
D with Kiba.
too much
I can't believe-
talk.
Yeah. He's too much talk. He kind of annoys me with this whole I'm gonna be Hokage over Naruto thing. And he's
towards
just
the end, I know.
all he does is fang over fang. He just does fang over fang. That's all he does.
Exactly right, and
makes
he just
Akamaru-
couldn't get over that loss, bro.
Yeah.
And he lost to a fart.
He lost to a fart. Like, so dumb. He's such a dumb character, in my opinion. I
put
like
him-
Akamaru. I kind of
put
like,
him- I put him D too.
yeah.
I put Nagato next to Pain because they're both basically the same people.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we should go big here. I think we should go big. Go big or go home, right? This one's big. This one's big. Itachi.
Oh, that's a good one.
Itachi.
I mean, where else can you put him? You got to put him in S+.
Yeah, S plus. Yeah, there's just no way you can put him anywhere.
Itachi's the type of character that I get into anime. I'm like, everybody loves him, and
Yeah.
I'm the type of where I'm like, nah, I don't like him that much, but I love him too.
Dude.
Like he's just nobody does not like Itachi.
He's probably like one of the him and Jiraiya are probably the least two hated characters in that show. There's just no hate against him. You cannot hate against Itachi. And I mean his
As
story,
a villain or a hero.
both. He's an anti-hero. He's one of the best anti-heroes, I guess you can
Yeah.
say. Like he's one of the most well-written he's the most well-written character in that show.
Like if he just stayed a villain through the whole series, I'd still love him. I probably would love him even more.
Yeah.
But then when they did that reveal, I was like, oh shit, that's pretty.
Like damn.
Yeah,
It's weird to take such a horrible thing that he did and like kind of justify it in a way, not like completely justify it, but like understand his kind of
it was like
what was going through his head.
his brother, or the clan.
The clan, yeah. What was the village or the clan? He had to choose the village or the clan.
Oh, the village and clan. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and he chose the village. Like he chose the village over his own people.
The clan was going to do a coup d'etat.
Mm-hmm. And because of that, there would have been a civil war. A lot of people would have died, and then a war would have started overall because the other nations would have saw that they were weak and gone in for the attack, and would have started another great shinobi war. Like he completely stopped another great shinobi war because of his actions.
But when you think about it, it didn't really matter, did it? They still went into war.
Well, that was a whole different thing. That was Obito. That was going to go into war no matter what.
It's a sticky situation for sure.
Well, it's a very sticky situation, and like how he handled is extreme. But like you're like him. Did he have any other choice? You know,
it's I guess it's the love for his brother that really gets you.
Yeah,
especially the fight between him and Sasuke. Oh,
yeah,
that is one of the best fights too.
Yeah,
when you first see the fucking lightning technique that Sasuke has. When he gets that big ass lightning bolt
or something like that. You know about that technique though, it's badass, but you never really see him use it.
Probably too much though. Way too much. Chakra. Yeah. Way too much.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot.
I do like that Itachi too is like really frail.
Yeah.
Not really frail, but like he's losing it, right? He's spitting out blood. He's gonna die. His eyes are affecting him.
Yeah, he had to be because Sasuke couldn't beat him otherwise. Sasuke couldn't beat Itachi. Like that's just the thing. Like he grew up strong, but Itachi was still stronger at that point.
Is Itachi the greatest shinobi? Is he better? Is he full prime? Is he beating Madara all day every day?
Oh, Madara? No,
He's not going to beat Madara.
I don't think so.
I think full prime he does.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell because they never truly showed him off full prime. Just kind of the potential of what he could be full prime.
And that potential is 10 times stronger than Tenten.
10 times. Yeah, dude, that's low ball on it. That's like 100, 200 times.
I'm just like Itachi's like it's nuts how strong this guy was.
Yeah, it is nuts. It is. He was. God, he was. He again. Uchihas are just OP. Like
Too
each
OP,
Uchiha are just way too. The Sharingan is the most OP thing in anime. And
I thought the Hyuga like clan was like would be their arch rivals.
They said in the beginning like the Hyuga clan rivaled them or was like even better than them at some points. Nowhere near what they
like
at.
Sasuke or Itachi going against Neji at his prime.
Yeah,
it's not even a match, bro.
Yeah,
Susanoo will whoop Neji's ass. Well, I don't know. Neji has that defense.
But you have to remember that like only a few Uchihas had that true power.
Yeah,
like
but it doesn't seem like it, huh?
I know.
It doesn't seem.
That's all they show you is.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, hell, if Kakashi could do it,
yeah,
Jesus Christ,
he only did it because but yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, no, and I have to say, badass look too for Itachi.
Oh yeah, the whole crow thing. Again, another great stat. Like you see a ton of great statues for him. The whole crow and that darkness to him. Whenever he he genjutsu somebody and they go into that little world, is always very cool. Like very intense, very scary, like terrifying as shit. Whenever
and the Akatsuki robe looks awesome.
Awesome.
He pretty much is the face of Akatsuki.
Yeah, he is.
He's a Jordan. Sure. He's a Jordan to the 96 Bulls.
He's the first one you see, and he leaves that lasting impression throughout it all.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's we can go all day with Itachi, but he's definitely S plus.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you pick the next character. Let's move on.
Let's get some of these characters out of the way here. I see a couple of here. Of course, I always Kurenai.
Kurenai Sensei.
I'm gonna put her at D.
Yeah, I'm going D too.
She's not. She's
doesn't. She's just
cool.
There
Look. Cool.
Yeah,
look.
I do like her eyes. She's just there to cry over Asuna. and people get a lot of shit because she tried to genjutsu Itachi. Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You can't genjutsu the best."
Well, let's go Asuma then.
Yeah, I'm down for Asuma. I like Asuma. I give him a B. I like it. I like him as like Shikamaru's sensei. I love that little relationship he has. The emotional death, like he wasn't on that long, but like his death was really sad. And that's mostly due to Shikamaru's part. But his death was like it was a really like down moment in the show that was emotional. I do kind of like his powers. He doesn't seem too like strong, but he does have a cool little snap of the fire with the chakra blades.
I like his knives. His knives.
Yeah, cool. His knives. Always have a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, I mean he has a cool ass look. He's kind of like one of those. If you guys had ever seen Samurai 7, he kind of reminds you of one of those characters. He's the son of the third Hokage. He's got a banging hot chick. Before he dies, he has a kid. I put him. I was gonna put him on C, but I put him in B because he's another type of character that helps Shikamaru. Just really, he helps Shikamaru so much. Yeah. Same with Shino and Choji, but Shikamaru a lot because they're the ones that are playing that Shogun game. Daily and really having him. He's teaching them too. He's teaching, even though he's getting his ass whooped, he is telling them some stuff. And I think it's a big, impactful death for the whole crew. Yeah. I do like him, but I'm gonna put him on. That's because of the relationship with him and Shikamaru.
Yeah,
I'll put him in B.
I'll say this before we move on. I do like the way like he seems to really connect with all like well, I guess not with so much with Ino, but he connects all to his kids really well. Not just Shikamaru, like his way of like he saw how smart Shikamaru was.
He was the
Like
first one to notice that. Yeah.
he's the first one to say like he's this dude is, and he knew how to connect with him and how he played shogi with him. That's how he taught, how he learned. He knew how to teach him. And then Choji, he also knew how to cheat Choji. Like he knew how to get Choji to push himself to be better, to be a better shinobi, to get that fat ass moving. And so I liked that aspect of him. I felt like he really had a connection to a way of teaching his students.
And it didn't look like he had a problem with anybody on the shinobis like Kakashi.
No, he's a very likable. Yeah,
he was always he seemed like a team player. You know, his relationship with his dad, you could think in the anime they kind of showcased that a little bit more.
Yeah,
it was a little strained, but he went down like a G, man. I mean, he did kind of sacrifice himself. He went down. And he went down like a shinobi. So I'll put him in B.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I believe his name is Momoshiki or something like that. The villain in Boruto. We've had him on here for a while.
Oh man, you know what? Put him in C.
That's why I just dropped him in.
Just because of the fight.
Just because of the fight. I kind of like his look in that fight when he gets the eye over his head, you know, and I do like that look. Dope. The look is cool, but he's a bland villain, but his look is cool and the fight's cool. Yeah. All right,
Konohamaru.
All right, Konohamaru. This is an interesting one because he's an annoying kid in the original series for a lot of it. He's kind of funny at times, but I do find him mostly annoying. But I love him in Boruto, and I want him to be better. Though I want him to do better, and they saw far some cool moments, but I want him to be better.
When they said that he was the third Hokage's grandson, I was like, oh, you know, he has so much potential to be a badass like his grandpa.
Yeah.
But like at this point, like take him out of the story, and what has he fucking really done?
Nothing.
You don't really care about this character. He's D. Fucking D.
You're going D with Konohamaru?
I don't care about this character. He's not that like he has more out of all the D characters. Yes, he has more going on for him. But he's so bland. I didn't like him as a kid. And as an adult, he hasn't done shit either.
I like him I think he's a decent sensei for Boruto and stuff. I'm gonna give him C. I'm gonna go C.
I just don't care about.
And there's like anymore. 1 or 2 moments in Boruto where he has a cool ass fight.
I feel like people just want him to bang Hanabi.
Basically, yeah, that's all they want. That's all they want.
that's not enough for me, dude. Yeah. Nah, bro. I'm gonna go. He's just not a character I really care for at all. I never really cared for him, and I don't care about him today.
I'm gonna switch. All right, I'm gonna switch to a little bit bigger character. I'm gonna go Tsunade.
Tsunade is. It's so funny because Tsunade is kind of like that character from Naruto Part 1.
Yeah.
Where it felt like your grandma. Like your grandma's there cooking for you. Your grandma's there, you know, if you're watching TV, your grandma's like there. And then your grandma, you know, you love your grandma. And you value the time that you've had with your grandma. Sometimes, you know, you get adventurous, you go out of town or whatever. You're like, oh, where do you want to go, grandma? You want to go get something to eat? Tsunade is that character. And that's also talking about her age.
Yeah.
But Tsunade has some cool ass fights. I like when Naruto and her first interact. She has a cool assistant.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
She's there throughout Part 1. Like even like she's really used for the fillers to give them missions and stuff. Comedic effect. She's your grandma. You know, she's there. You like her. You love your grandma. But she never reaches Jirai Sensei level.
No, I think she's the weakest out of the Sanins.
For sure. But she's there. And I do like the story with her and Dan. Especially when Dan gets resurrected. I thought that was pretty nice. I always forget her brother died. I'm gonna put her at B.
That's why I have her. I think she's an easy B. Not B size, but she is a B. She's definitely she's D in that kind.
She just made herself look younger.
Yeah,
she looked like that back in the day, smoking hot.
Yeah.
It's just
She's actually
She's
an old lady.
yeah, she's an old lady. You like you cherish when she's on, like you like when she's on screen. It's not like you're
Yeah,
like, oh my god, she's not again. Like you like it. You know,
yeah.
I like her character. So
Okay. All right. We got some good ones. We got a lot of good ones left. Do we want to hit a big one right now?
we should get some of these like Mutski or Mitski.
Oh, Mitsuki. Yeah, Mitsuki is. You're right on that. It's potential with it, just like mostly about you. It's what's
C.
the potential? There's a lot of potential, but I've been kind of disappointed with Mitsuki in the
Yeah,
series so
yeah,
far.
you're right about that. Even in the manga, they're kind of introducing them back in, but
Yeah.
like he really started kind of a little bit strong because he's kind of mysterious and Orochimaru's son
Hmm.
and stuff. I'm gonna give him. I'm still gonna put him with the other Boruto characters. I didn't intend to do that, but
Yeah.
when I think about it, it's like it's so early in the game though. I just can't.
So
I put him a C.
I'm putting him at C too. I remember I put Boruto and Sarada at A. So I'm thinking he's kind of
Yeah,
just the most lackluster out of the groups, which is weird to me because I thought he was going to be I thought he was going to steal the show. I thought he was going to steal Boruto. I thought he was going to be the star of the show that we fall in love with, but he
yeah.
just has not gotten there.
Their folks can see now more on Boruto and Kawaki. When you're like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
what about Muski though?
yeah.
Mitsuki, like Mitsuki
Because
and Boruto have kind of a similar
he
relationship.
has Sage mode. Like, how are we not getting on to the fact that he can do Sage at his age? Like, how are we not hitting on that
Don't know.
more? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go heat on. Let's get heat on out of the way.
Okay. He's cool. I really think he's kind of like there for Shikamaru.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna put him with his partner at C.
I put him at C. I put his partner one up, but I put him at C. He's cool. He's funny, I guess, but his powers not that crazy to me. He's just
He's
part of a
immortal. We're talking about the
yeah,
immortal, right? Yeah, yeah. We're
yeah, the
talking about.
immortal. He's in a great arc. He's in a great arc, but he doesn't make that arc great. It's
So
Shikamaru that makes that arc great.
yeah, he's
So
the
like
guy that you root for Shikamaru. He's the guy. He's like,
he's a decent villain, but he's not.
yeah, he's the one that's making Shikamaru stronger.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got next. So I
Ooh,
think
we're
we
almost
got
there. We're
I think
almost
we got
there.
mostly just big characters now.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it. I say we go. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't think about this. We put Pain down, but Nagato's still up there.
Oh no, that's what I said. I put Nagato next to
Oh,
Pain
okay.
on
So
the
you just
on
put
the
him.
on the.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
me, it
yeah.
was the S because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
pretty much the same character.
I was like, okay, I'm putting him there. Then let's go Sasori.
Okay.
Let's go Sasori.
Um.
He gets his
Uh,
He's got a really. He was really cool. He was really cool. Like all the freaking puppets, and he had the fourth. No, the third, second, one of the Kazekages, and but he loses to Sakura and an old lady.
but well, Cheetah was it Cheetah or whatever her name
Yeah,
was?
Cheetah was really strong.
She was really strong, and then
She
that
was
was her
very,
his
very strong.
grandma.
Yeah, and so there's emotion. I like the emotional depth to that fight.
That's what makes it go. And that's probably Sakura's best highlight
It is. It
too.
is for sure. I thought she was when I watched that. I was like, okay, Sakura might be actually a good character. I might Shippuden might make Sakura enjoyable. Uh,
Susuri, like it's like the first main villain too of like the part two.
yeah.
He was good for like that first like taste. I'm gonna put him at C
Okay.
just because like when I think of him, I don't think of him like bad. I think he was good. I just I just don't. I'm not overly like. His look was cool, but honestly, I'm not overly hyped about him. Like he's just okay to me.
I'm going B. I like him
Okay.
at B. I like his, like I said, I kind of like I like the puppet power. I like the puppet jutsu. And I did like the emotional depth to his backstory, like his parents and like his death, I think was really cool. Like
Yeah.
his parent puppet stabbing him. I like those. I'm counting those in there. I think those were good moments.
Okay. You know what? That's a little bit more than a lot of these B characters. I'll put them or C characters. I'll put them at B. I'll
Yeah.
put them at B too. I think that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we have nothing but big characters left now. Pretty big. I mean, I guess you can say
Rock Lee.
you want to go Rock Lee. He's a big character.
He's a big character in part one.
In part one,
In
yeah.
part two, he's not as big.
Doesn't do shit. Doesn't
Part
do
one, he's beast. That
shit.
Gara fight,
It's the
dude,
highlight, dude. It's the highlight of the series that you just pull over again and again.
when he's drunk on that one fight when they're rescuing
Yeah.
Sasuke, he's
Yeah, that goes
dope.
against the bone, dude. That fight was cool as shit.
Then part two comes along, and he doesn't
he's
do anything.
he's still kind of fun. Like I at first he annoyed me in the original series, but then I was like, oh, he's so badass. And then the second series, I liked him just because he's kind of a decent comedic
He's a
effect to the
comedic
show.
character.
That's all he is. That's all he is. They gave all the shine to. I like him enough just because of the original series. I put him at A.
He has the same design as Guy Sensei.
Yes, I'm
It's
not like
not that unique.
no, but it's a purpose to it.
Same personality as Guy Sensei.
Yeah,
Where'd you put him? B?
I put him A.
Oh, you put him A.
I think he
Ooh,
deserves A. I think he deserves A because of the original series.
dude.
If they done him better, in Shippuden, we'd be talking to him like we talk Guy Sensei.
I'll put him at B because
Okay.
I can't forgive that they really trashed his part two, bro.
Yeah, they did.
Part
Really
one
bad.
was great, and like you love those underdog stories, but the problem is
Yeah.
part two they gave it to Guy Sensei.
All the Guy Sensei.
How crazy would it have been if it was fucking Rock Lee rocking Madara sacrificing himself, one of
That'd
the
be
main characters,
awesome. That would cool. That would have been a better sacrifice than Neji.
or even like a double team. You go Guy Sensei
Yeah.
Rock Lee against Madara.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be
So
clean.
good. I
But
just did a better story than Kishimoto
I
did.
know.
I'm just saying.
I want you to think about this. There's a reason. I just thought about this too. There's a reason they could not kill off Guy Sensei. The writers had to keep him alive because imagine him being brought back to life. Imagine him because when you get brought to life, you can't die, so he can just spam eight gates.
That's the one thing I didn't like about the resurrection thing.
They
Like,
they die. Like what the hell? You got to be able to kill them.
like the consequence, like they end up all going at the end
Yeah.
of the war, but it's like shit, man. I mean, we saw the Hokages twice in the series get resurrected.
Yeah.
So yeah. Chase, we're almost there.
No, I know. I can make it. I can do it.
Okay, so I mean, boy, did they really mess up on Rock Lee to me. But I'll put him at B.
Okay. All right, let's. You can pick the next character. We got big ones left. I mean, a lot of big ones. Couple of Hokages. Still.
Okay, let's get a big ass one, man.
All right, go for it.
Actually, no, I better save him. No, let's go Kakashi.
Okay, I've been waiting for Kakashi
Let's do Kakashi.
because it's such an interesting thing. Because to me, he's easy. He's easy S plus, easy S plus, and just likability alone. Likability. I'm with it.
Likability, yeah, he's so likable.
Likability alone, he is such a likable character. I will say this though, he's the weakest Hokage.
Oh, I
He's
keep
the
forgetting
weakest-
he's Hokage.
He's the
Oh my
weakest
god!
Hokage.
I
I don't
literally was just like
all.
thinking like, oh my god, yeah, he's Hokage.
He's the weakest Hokage, and that
He's a Hokage at a time where I don't know. I don't read the books or whatever. After
but they don't show up much.
It's not like he was in another war while he was Hokage, or there's
Yeah.
a big ass threat like the Akusuki that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Dude, it sucks because it always brings me back to when he was like climbing the rocks with one hand, and he could barely just like, he's training himself,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, shouldn't you be more stronger than this? I love Kakashi. He has the freaking look, the dogs, the abilities, the jutsus. The jutsus are awesome.
Yeah.
The quirky of him loving this romance novel, which is hilarious.
Yes.
I love Kakashi, but he is definitely the weakest out of the Hokages, and the major thing is that he's just not very strong. And I'm like, damn, this dude needs to be stronger. But I put him as a Minato, so I put him on A.
Oh hell no! You disrespect the shit out of him.
Think about it.
Can't keep him out of
Everything
that
that we said is the same thing like Minato.
No, he's better.
You think Minato's better?
No, I think Kakashi's better than Minato.
Dude, they're the same person.
No,
Not not
Kakashi has
not
a
not
lot
not
more,
not
and
like
he doesn't fuck
personality
up his.
wise, but ability wise, sort of. They're both
Well, I mean,
Hokages.
Minato, I think, is stronger.
Ye-
Minato's Minato
well,
like
we're talking. Let's talk Minato when he died, and then Kakashi or not Hokage, like Prime, I guess
I'm
Kakashi.
prime with not with him with Susanoo, but with him with when he's copycat Kakashi.
No, with him and Susanoo.
Him and Susanoo, yes, he can challenge. He can
Yeah,
challenge Minato, yes, for sure, for sure. But
but
that, yeah,
copycat, no, yeah, copycat. No.
copycat could.
I
But the thing here's what I'm gonna say. We call Itachi the perfect shinobi. I think Kakashi is one of the perfect like he is a whenever if you have a pamphlet picturing a perfect shinobi and like who follows everything to the T,
yeah,
he is
Ambu.
that guy. Like when he was a kid, he was an Anbu Black Ops and he just slaughtered people because he went by the rules. And it wasn't until like he grew up and he's like, no, if you know, he was willing to break the rules a little bit more for his friends and everything. But he is the perfect prime example of what a shinobi should be.
Okay, I'll put him, and I can't go S plus because
Okay, I'm following that.
Look at my S plus rank. Guy Sensei took on Madara. Kakashi couldn't take
Yeah,
on Madara.
no, he couldn't.
Sasuke, Jirai, Itachi. So I'm gonna put him at S
Okay,
because he's as smart as Tamari. He is as deadly as Pain. If he you know, a copycat. I remember the fight
yeah,
with Zabuza. He's power level maybe the same as Gara. This is a guy who doesn't have like the Rinnegan. He does have the Sharingan in the beginning.
yeah,
But this is a guy who got through his ability. It's kind of hard because he does have a lot of people will go. He had the one eye, you know.
yeah.
But I'll put him at S. I'll put him at S.
Okay,
Um,
just ask for a little respect, just a little bit. That's all I'm
I'll
asking.
put him at S because he is a good teacher too.
Yeah, he's
He
very.
really did try to save Sasuke. He really did drop some knowledge on Sasuke. Just Sasuke just did not.
Oh,
want to
dude,
do it.
that scene where he's like, Sasuke's like, I'll kill all the people you love, and he's like, you can go. I mean, that theory is interesting, but sadly, you can't put it to the test because everyone that I love has already been killed. Like that was a moment that was like, damn, this dude's
Really
got a
good.
heart. Yeah,
His look is fantastic. I think we said that. But his
yeah,
fight with
man.
Obito
Oh,
was really good too.
God, I love that fight. Love that fight. Let's freaking go to Obito. Let's go his rival, his best
This
friend.
is a bitch right here.
You and me had to talk earlier. Okay,
Where's
so
this little bitch right
let
here?
me start. Let me
I'm
start.
Madara. You're not Madara.
Let me start.
Sit your ass down.
You know my love for Obito.
I love
love his
Obito.
power. I love his design. I like his story. Like people are like, "Oh, he's simped and shit." Like, no, man, he went through some shit. He didn't have parents. He was kind of an outcast. He was like Naruto. He's an outcast, not looked upon. He had this like
So
he
really
wanted to be
cool guy.
he had big dreams and everything. His toward like it just his little. I like his character a lot. I love his power.
It's a
I
fucking creep.
Why I do say he's probably he's my favorite. Well, like I constantly do say he's my favorite character, and it's always up in the air with me. I won't put him at S plus. I'll put him at S. I'll put him at S.
He didn't even accomplish his mission.
But that's because he had a change of heart.
Yeah.
Exactly, and he
You need to tell
saves
yourself.
Naruto.
You need to be realistic because I did.
He's his child self.
You were questioning me on
I'm
Pain
being
on why I
realistic.
didn't put him at S plus. But I
I'm
was like,
being
I can't
realistic.
because he's being a bitch, and Obito was the biggest bitch in that
being
series,
realistic
dude.
'cause I want to put him at S plus, but I know he's an S.
This guy going for a dead little girl throughout.
He
really,
loved her.
this was Wonder Woman 1984. Steve Trevor died like 200 years ago. And
But it was just, but it's but he even says in his speech, it's not necessarily just about Ren. It's about
most of it,
It's
90% about it.
but it's about like him seeing real Ren die is it showed the issue. It showed him what was wrong with the Shinobi world. He hated the Shinobi world because it allowed shit like that. Ren shouldn't have died at that age. Ren should not have been killed at such a young moment, and that's what made him interesting because he saw the Shinobi world. He saw it just like Madara did. He saw it for the issues that it was, the murders, the world where kids have to be put into war and murdered for no reason, for petty stuff, and that's what he saw, you know. And he wanted people to live like he wanted people to live that dream life, to give them the life that they all deserve, like to bring back the people that everyone lost, like to give them the lives that they dreamed. I love his character.
By killing Neji.
Yes. Got whatever's because at the end, because remember he was fucked up in the head where he was like, whereas like it doesn't matter if they're dead or not, they'll come back if you.
This guy had the 10 tails and Madara, and he straight out became a bitch.
He took on, what the hell are you talking about? He literally stood up against 5 great nations and said, "I'm gonna fucking take all you on."
He caused the war and changed his mind on a dime.
Because Naruto and him have a connection, all right?
He's a real cool guy. He just killed my kid's uncle not too long ago.
You can't beat Talk No Jutsu.
Dude, Obito is like, this character is such a weasel. I swear to God. He's such a weasel. I don't know why Kishimoto, like everybody knew it was Obito underneath that mask. Everybody said that's Obito, bro. And then when he gets revealed, Kishimoto, why? Why bring Obito back after, you know, that whole thing with Kakashi and all that? It's God.
His fight with Kakashi, one of the best in the entire series, because him and Kakashi, like him as a kid, like he was the one who had hope and believed in a future.
I don't need to see Naruto and Sasuke again.
But
I don't need to see that.
Of it. It's the point, like it's this constant, like brother. That's the point of the Shinobi world. You're
starting to sound like George Lucas.
It's brother versus brother.
It all rhymes. It all comes together.
From the very beginning, it's brother versus brother. From freaking the Six Packs kids to Madara versus Hashirama, from Obito versus Kakashi, from Sasuke versus Naruto. It's about brother versus brother, or friend versus friend. It's pitting people against each other, just off viewpoint, the different viewpoints. And it's interesting because Obito and Kakashi had different viewpoints as kids, and then when they became adults, they switched and became the opposite of Kakashi is the Sasuke that kept fighting, and Obito is the Naruto that lost hope. It's poetic, man. It's freaking poetic.
For a girl, a 12-year-old girl who didn't even like him. She liked Kakashi. And then he dies. He dies, right? And then like he reunites with Ren, and he's still pining over her. She don't like you. She's dead. She still likes Kakashi. Technically, she's still.
All right, give me your score. Give me your score. I
fucking swear to Obito, God, like it's just like, come on, Chase. You think Obito is better than freaking than Pain?
No, I put Pain above him. I put Pain above him.
I'm sorry.
I was realistic. I said S. I understand the qualms against him. I like him.
He's a terrible villain.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
You know why he's a terrible villain? Just because
he's a broken human.
He didn't even like destroy anything real. Like I don't know.
He started a fucking war. He's
that's the problem. He started a war and then he flips. And then he flips.
Yes.
And then he flips.
We got to think like he's going.
Did he start the war or did Madara start the war? Because it sounds because Madara Madara is the brains out of the operation.
Kind of the brains, but Obito's the one who set it all in place. He's the one who put in the work. He's the one who went to that army and with all the intention of betraying Madara and taking over himself. And then he knowing fully well that Madara was not on his side.
Started a whole war, got millions killed.
All right, where are you putting him?
I put him at a C.
Oh, you disrespectful little shit.
Dude, is Boruto? No. Boruto's higher than him.
Nah, dude, you're such disrespectful.
Because Obito's just such a whiny bitch. He's more whinier than Sasuke. I really couldn't. I was like, dude, why am I continuing to read this character and his awfulness?
I knew that Obito was going to be the one person that we could not agree on, and we're on total polar opposites of this.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
I love him. So
Don't need him. Just bring Madara back.
I mean, yeah, yeah, Madara is great, but I love Obito.
I know
All
you
right,
do.
I love
I
Obito. I'm
little
again. I'm about poetic. I'm a deep I'm a
talk no
deep thinker,
jutsu.
man. I'm a deep thinker.
Talk no jutsu.
That's no jutsu. It's hard to beat, man. All right, who do you want? You go next. You go next. You disrespect a little shit.
Um, fuck it. Let's go Madara.
All right, I felt like we should go Madara. That's a hard one too. I think because of sheer power and like he was such a threat. He was such a threat when he first came on. Like, dude, he was awesome. I mean, he really took over the show when he came onto the scene.
Yeah, the stain is that he gets taken out like a bitch.
He gets taken out like
not his fault.
Bitch, not his fault. Yeah, it's a complete.
Fault.
But that's because they were so overpowered they couldn't figure out what to do.
Couldn't figure it out.
He took on the 5 Kage and whipped their ass, like absolutely annihilated them.
The meteors that he was throwing down are just shit. Fucking like, how do you defeat that? You know,
you can't, and that's what's hard for me is like that power. That sheer power should be S plus. The ending is annoying to me. That his death is annoying. But I don't think there's really anything to hate against him. That's what's hard about it.
There's not. I mean, it's just how he goes out. Really.
Yeah, it's how he goes out.
His backstory.
His backstory's
good. His resurrection. Everything. His look. Like this is like when they keep talking about this guy, they delivered. Like because this guy is a god. The problem is, he's way OP. There's a way around it, you know. It's the Dragon Ball Z stuff where you gotta make your main character stronger and overcome, or teamwork,
or do what they did against Kaguya, where they teamwork together just to steal her. They didn't really like defeat her by sheer power; they sealed her.
Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of people will try to seal them. Like the best example of a character being OP going against another character, except this other character's dilemma is not killing this character because that's not his moral. Is Aang versus the Fire Lord. Yeah, he doesn't kill him. He steals his abilities.
Yeah.
So I could see Kishimoto could have done that. He didn't, which is a shame. I don't even think we'll see Madara ever again. I think that's it.
No, he's done.
But you got to put him in S plus because he's like his everything that they said about this guy, like we saw. And like everybody will continue to talk about his resurrection. He was pretty much like I said. Him and Obito are connected as well. Him and was it first Hokage?
Hashirama.
Hashirama. It would have been cool though if they did the Demon Slayer thing, where it's all about teamwork going against this guy.
Yeah,
I think, and you don't even have to have the whole alliance. Like you just have to have your main guys, but I'll go S plus.
Okay, so since we put him up there, let's go. Since he's S plus because of his sheer power, does that put Hashirama up there with him? Where do we put Hashirama?
It's so crazy because Hashirama
doesn't. I gotta go S with him. I want to put him next to Madara because we know he can beat Madara.
Oh yeah, because he's done it before.
Madara never beat him. He could never beat Hashirama, even though they're looked at as equals. Hashirama still won at the end of the day in all his fights.
I'm gonna put him at S2 just because his ideology. He thinks, everybody could be friends. He has a hippie ideology, and I don't agree with that. That's what leads to coup up. Like it does. Somebody is always gonna like want to take over and be powerful. And his brother was the more insight, in my opinion. He was a badass Hokage. I mean, he did have that fight with third Hokage too.
But they never showed off his power like they showed off Madara. That's the thing for me.
We never got that prequel.
They never give him. I wish they did their fight. I wish they showed their fight.
If it'd be S plus if we actually saw like an animated fight between those two.
Yeah.
Even as a character though, I like him, but to me he was another happy-go-lucky character.
Yeah.
Protagonist, or well, he's not even the main guy, but he a lot of these characters, of course they're like the reincarnation or descendants of like Naruto is pretty much Hashirama.
Yeah.
Madara, Sasuke. Except Madara had, I like Madara's attitude a little bit more, but
Yeah.
I'll agree with the S on that.
Let's continue with the Kage. Let's finish off the Hokages. Let's go Tobirama.
Tobirama is an S plus to me.
Really? I know you like Tobirama, and I've heard like I know your love for Tobirama.
Your
Explain.
love for Obito, I just don't understand. But you got to understand my love to Tobirama.
I mean, I'm not. It's not like I hate Tobirama, but I don't understand
He was right. He was absolutely right about the Uchihas.
But isn't that part of the Uchiha's problem was because of him constantly questioning them. He's the reason that the I mean his
Can you blame him?
Racist.
No, Madara.
Racist. Madara, I get his fear because Madara caused that fear again. Madara caused that fear because Madara the Uchihas killed his little brother. The Uchihas I mean a lot of his life was ruined by the Uchihas. Like they were enemies. And why Hashirama could forgive the Uchihas, he could not.
Yeah.
But again, he causes a lot of the big if it could have worked out.
He sacrifices himself for third Hokage and Danzo. That was always weird to me though. I was like, who the fuck killed this guy, right? Because he's as powerful as his brother.
I assume it was another Kage with an army.
I don't think they said it like that though. It sounded like it was just.
I don't remember. Yeah, like some Shinobis. I remember that being like, what? Like, there's got to be more there.
Yeah. He's the most. I think he's. I don't know. Hashirama comes off as a buffoon, but he's intelligent too. But Tobirama is really fucking smart. He's really
he created a lot of the jutsus. Like he created the teleportation jutsu. He created the reincarnation jutsu. He's known as not the professor. He's known as like the creator, I guess.
He even made the police.
Yeah.
For the Uchiha.
But that was also partly to keep an eye on them.
Yeah. Well, because of Madara. Like they still have that ability. Like there still could be a Madara in the wait, you know? Yeah. I don't and you got to remember he went through wars as well.
Yeah.
So I think did he go out and murder everybody? No.
Yeah.
He died before all that political stuff really kind of came to light and Itachi had to do his stuff. So he didn't straight out go out there and say, let's massacre the Uchihas.
Yeah.
He just watched them.
I will go S tier. I'll go S tier with him.
I got to go S plus. The dude looks awesome. Yeah. He looks like he's from the Water Tribe. His markings on his face.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a silver-haired Naruto combined with Kakashi.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Love this guy.
Okay. Let's finish it off with the third Hokage now. Let's go him. Let's go. I guess Naruto's considered a Kage, but we'll go third Hokage.
S plus.
Really? Going S plus 2.
I love the third Hokage. I think he's another one like Tamari where he's just underrated.
Underrated because they never show him off. They never show true. But I mean, the fact that he takes on the first and the second Hokage, holds his own at his age with Orochimaru, we knew there's no way of him winning that fight, but
he sealed half of Orochimaru.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He seals 2 Hokages with Orochimaru. I'm gonna put him at S tier though, because he did not take care of Naruto. He did not. Minato's like, please take care of my son. Yeah, leave him in a fucking bedroom. Give him a little small ass hotel room and let him just eat ramen, cup ramen for the rest of his life, and let the entire village ostracize him. Now it's partly on Danzo. It's largely on Danzo, but still, he did not do enough to give Naruto the life he deserved.
I think he did. I think he did at the best he could because it's the same situation in Boruto. What was the main reason why Boruto was always angry? Because Naruto was never home.
Yeah.
Third Hokage has a village, has a son, has a grandson, and he's taking on later on. I think they addressed that issue a little bit.
They do. They talk about it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, when I think the most famous one is that episode where he eats fish with him and he's like this crazy old man and stuff.
Yeah, which was a nice episode.
So I never said like, "Oh, dude, Naruto's a bad dad." Dude, Naruto's taking care of the whole village.
Yeah.
He's assigning missions. He's doing this. He's doing that. Like when he took that title, there is no look at Tsunade. Tsunade's the same way. She don't have kids though. She don't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
So with the third Hokage, I think you could use that, but I think it's kind of a little bit of like like because he's the Hokage, and
Yeah.
he's trying the best he can, and I'm sure he probably this is just maybe they showed it or whatever. I mean, I'm sure that there's a couple shinobis he's had that kind of watches over Naruto. He
Yeah.
can't be there holding Naruto's hand to go to the park. He can't. It's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I get. That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Um,
I'm still keeping him S tier. I just don't feel like I'm putting him up there with these other characters I have up there.
he did strain the relationship with Asuma, but then that's again like he's whoever gets the Hokage title, it's just
Yeah.
stress, and
Yeah.
that's basically Kishimoto telling you about work in
Yeah.
general. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I think he's S plus because the dude, fucking the one scene I always hold is that scene where he's fighting the two Orochimaru, and it's the best death in my opinion, the best death, the best song, the best death scene. It's good.
The funeral afterwards was nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really
It was
good.
good. It was a good funeral. I love that. That song is iconic. The sadness and sorrow, I believe it is.
Oh,
Whatever.
I don't know how many people cover it. It's
Oh
it's
yeah.
so good, and I think the
Excellent.
character, his design too, the old man design
Yeah.
is really good too. He's
Yeah.
definitely like that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
character.
agree. Let's go. Let's switch it up here. Let's go. The final Akatsuki member in Kisame.
Um, I'll put him at B.
Okay. I'm gonna put him at A. Like his design, and he's a beast. He felt like for a while I was like, God, I don't even know who can beat this dude because he can take your chakra with his blade.
I'm gonna go.
And like, yeah, I like his fights. Like he has a fight with he fights Killer B, and I think he loses to Killer B, but he fights him. No, Killer B
Takes a
beats him.
sword, right?
Yeah, Killer B takes the sword from
No,
Kisame.
no, Kisame takes the sword from Zabuza, doesn't he?
No, not from Zabuza. Killer, he takes the sword from another 7 ninja swordsman. He was like the big one. He got because he has like the shark one, the one that's pointy and takes chakra.
Yeah. No, Zabuza didn't have. I don't remember.
So but he has a great fight against Killer B, and he has an awesome fight against Guy Sensei.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rikage. Yeah, he has an awesome. He just has really cool. When he's fighting, it's very big and bombastic. Like his water style, like the way he uses it, very shark-like. It's cool. So I gotta give him an A.
I'll be with you right there. You gave him an A? I don't know
Yeah.
if I gave him an A. I gave him
Did you say B?
no, I gave him an A. He's right there with Minato.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. He turns into like a shark.
Yeah.
I can't remember how he died.
He kills himself. His
Did he?
loyalty. Yeah, he killed himself. He was captured after Guy Sensei beat him on the Turtle Island, and he knew that they were gonna basically go through his brain to get information off the Akatsuki, so he sacrificed himself by having his sharks eat him.
I like his relationship with Itachi too.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing because Itachi was not really on his side, but like he
respected Itachi, but he kind of threw
respected him.
some jabs at him sometimes.
Yeah, there was respect there. There's a big respect there between the two. All right, let's see, who do we want to go next? We got 6 great characters left.
I think we need to talk Neji.
Yeah, it's about time we got to him. He's so cool. But he also doesn't.
I know. That's the best.
He
example for Neji.
he deserves to be S or S plus, but he's
a B
did him
to me.
So dirty. I'll go A. Because he's just so cool. But he just...
Dude, part 1, he's a... Oh, God damn it.
He does nothing. He does nothing.
He's so
cool. The whole Hyuga clan gets screwed. And he's...
In Naruto, yes.
And he's a prime example of the Hyuga clan not getting any respect.
He's the best Hyuga clan member.
Yes, and they don't do shit with him. Yeah, I mean...
Dude, I hated his look in part 2.
Yeah, he becomes the first Jonin. Yeah, I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Weird. I don't know
So
why. He
it's like the
becomes the
apron on him.
he feel yeah, the apron is weird, but like he looks the most grown up out of them, and he is the first one of them of their group to become a Jonin. He is like um yeah, I don't think Shikamaru became a Jonin before him. He became a Chunin, but he didn't become. I think he was the first one to go Jonin, and I mean he's the best Hyuga. He deserves respect. I give him A because I think he deserves respect, and his death scene was sad, out of nowhere.
I'll give
I
him an
give
A.
Yeah, he deserves respect. You know.
He's such a cool and great character. His story, my favorite emotional fight is with him and Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a big Naruto Hinata fan, and I love the
Yeah.
connection. And then I'm gonna give him an A because he does have moments in. It's so insane to me that he doesn't meet his resurrected dad in the war.
Thank you. Why did they bring him back to life if they didn't
Fucking
fight?
no clue.
Why? I saw his regression. I saw his dad come back to life, and I was like, "Oh, dude, yes, we're gonna see
Wouldn't
Neji
that
finally
make?
get his moment.
Wouldn't that
Finally
be
get his moment."
like Neji didn't even have to sacrifice himself. His dad could have like been
Yeah,
on that battlefield and just like
or
Neji,
just
my
like
son.
him and his dad, like yeah, go against each other, and like his dad explained why he did what he did, and like him get closure with his father, like that. Why didn't that happen?
I don't know.
Make
I
no
don't
sense.
know.
You don't
You
really
don't
you don't
even
get
get an after death on that.
no.
You know how Kakashi and his dad got that.
Yeah,
You didn't get that
yeah,
in
yeah.
Neji.
You get nothing.
Um. Oh yeah, man. I mean, the part one is so great because it's like he's gonna fight Sasuke in the future. It's gonna be so great.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Rock Lee in the future, and I thought that was gonna be so great.
Um,
No,
he dies, and even I was like, "Fuck, Neji died for Naruhina." I was
yeah,
like, "That didn't need to happen though. It didn't need to happen that way."
no,
It was a. I liked it, but then again, like thinking about it, like all these years now, they could have
okay.
done something different.
They could have done it better. They could have led up to it better. I
Yeah,
think
because Rock
the
Lee and
death's not
Tenten and
bad, but they
them,
could have led up to it better. Yeah,
they're mourning the death of Neji, and it's just like, ah. But
yeah.
the saving grace, once again, the animation team did a fantastic job because this is not in the manga.
Uh,
This is why I put Neji at a A, because as you can see, Minato is right there on my ranking at A, but I put him at an A because he has such an impact of to Naruto as well.
okay.
Like that's Naruto. That was the fight, right? Him and Naruto. That was the fight that underdog can't win. He was talking mad shit.
Yeah.
That was Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm, and
Not only.
Holly
Yeah.
Holm, boom, knocked her ass out. That was that was my favorite emotional fight.
Yeah.
But what really made me like go like fuck, man, like Neji's forever gonna be with Naruto and Hinata, not just because Boruto's doing it and they talk
Yeah.
about him and stuff. It's the scene when Naruto and Sasuke part two, they're on top of the statues, and this is not in the manga. This is the animation, but I'm gonna fucking
Mm-hmm.
count this because it's amazing. And they're facing off, and then Naruto reflects back to what Neji said when they went to the
Yeah.
rescue
I remember
Sasuke,
that.
and it's the beginning of the episode, and Neji's ghost or figure is right there,
Yeah.
and he's like saying, Sasuke's eyes are not open, he's in the dark, and then he kind of just looks at Naruto, and then Naruto goes, Shh, I'll save him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good. That's probably my favorite moment at all time.
Yeah.
I love
No,
that moment.
it's a good moment. All right, we should move on. Let's go.
Chase is falling asleep right now. It's a
I know it's
different.
what is it 1 o'clock here? It's
Okay,
1:13.
all right, let's move. Let's move on. Let's move on, dude.
Yeah, that's we got some big characters. Let's go
We're
Orochimaru.
almost there. We're almost there.
Let's go Orochimaru, and then we'll finish off with a four strong.
I
Orochimaru.
think we should save the best for last, though.
I'm curious on you. I'll let you pick the next four because I don't know which one you can. I don't know which one you consider best for last. I'm assuming.
Okay.
We'll see.
Orochimaru.
I go A.
Yeah. That's
No. Yeah, he's a solid A because he's a good villain in the beginning. Disappears. Comes back. I like it. He comes back and all of a sudden just has a affinity, like a love for Sasuke that makes him good all of a sudden, and or just not evil.
he's not a true villain at the after him and Sasuke had that confrontation.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
So
just
he's
not.
not.
He's not the shine anymore.
Yeah, another character that was really butchered in Boruto too, like look wise and
Oh
everything.
yeah, I know it's a little weird, right? It's so
Yeah,
weird. Why is this guy like he should have died in the Naruto series?
yeah, definitely.
Um, I do like Orochimaru though. That dude was a fantastic villain in part one. He's
Oh,
so
terrifying,
creepy
terrifying.
with the
Haunt my
resurrection.
nightmares. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him as the girl, like he had the girl face when he
Oof,
like
yeah,
got torn off and stuff. Yeah, no, easy A, easy A.
easy. Three setting. Fucking that fight with him and Jiraiya and Tsunade is really good.
Yeah,
Trains Kabuto. Kabuto is a good one. Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't
He
even on
does.
the tier list, huh?
Oh no, there's a couple characters missing that I realized.
Yeah, Kabuto's okay though. Yeah, I wouldn't put
Yeah,
him up there.
no,
Orochimaru. Yeah, he definitely he deserves respect.
yeah,
He did do a lot for the series, and he was one of the. I did like how like he couldn't even use his arms and do jutsus or anything, and
yeah.
then
No,
he
that
and
was
yeah,
yeah, and he still held his own against both Jiraiya and Tsunade.
with no arms. It's
Yeah,
insane. And then this, I like the in the manga. I love the panel when Sasuke barges in through when he's laying down, and then he does his lightning like sword thing, and just like pins Orochimaru.
oh yeah,
That whole scene was really good. He's good. I'll agree. He's a good solid A.
yeah. All right, we got four. I'll let you finish it off. Go with the next character. Who are you going with?
Let's go Shikamaru.
Okay, everyone loves him, Sycamore, man.
You know what? He's going S plus, baby.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I
It's
just he's never not likable.
Would you say he's the best character in the Naruto series?
It's between him or Itachi for me. Between him or Itachi. No, I would say he's the best character, like because
He's a
like
really well written character.
really well written. I think him and Itachi are both most well written, and I think I like his his kindness and his like intelligence a lot.
I
And
love his laziness in the beginning.
oh yeah,
It's so great.
what a drag. Yeah,
My favorite moment is when everybody's under Genjutsu
yeah.
and Sakura's like, wait a minute, this dude's not like, he's not under it. He's just faking it. Remember in the treating exam?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
so good.
It's
That's
funny.
just Shikamaru in part
He's
one, bro.
he's
Uh,
so
Dude, even in Boruto, I love him in Boruto too. I
he's
think
a
he's
great right hand man too.
so good.
And that's
He's
part of
teaching his son, and just great.
that's part of like what made him such a like his story so good is because he went from that kid that would lay down pretending like he was under a genjutsu just because
So
he's
good.
lazy to like to the first tuning of this group and becoming a leader and leading them on the big mission to save Sasuke. Like feeling that emotional depth when he brought everyone back alive and lost and failed that mission, and him wanting to be better and to improve himself, and then losing his sensei, and then just he grew so well. His character just had like grew so well as the series progressed.
He's hands down. And then one of the best moments, emotional moments for sure. Like this is like top three, is
Yeah.
when his teacher dies, Osama, assume or whatever, and then
Asuna.
he's Asuna, and then he's playing Shogun with his dad.
Oh my god,
Oh
dude.
God, that scene is
Tears you up.
so good. Like this, and then just the songs just like gets it's subtle and then it gets the music is so beautiful in that scene,
Yeah.
and then he just knocks
Yeah.
the board game off, and then like his dad is so I love his dad too because you see all the attributes and a lot of the wisdom that's
Very,
coming
very
from his
similar.
dad, and his dad's like just delivers like Shikamaru just cries, and his
It's
dad just makes the best line like, "I'll be here to pick up the pieces."
Yeah, it's the best raw emotion that show ever showed. Like whenever you just have a character like break like that, and you just hear them wail, like he was wailing in like pain. Like he closes that door, and you just hear his pain through his voice. and like the sub version of it is so good. Like that Japanese actor just really hits the pain
It's
in
it
his soul,
the
and you're just like,
tone.
damn, dude. You're like, God, he is just that
I
hurt.
I honestly think like it's crazy because it's animation, right? So it's
Yeah.
just like I honestly think they should show that scene in a lot of film schools because that
Mhm.
captures everything.
Raw emotion, man. Raw emotion is like
Everything.
I love whenever and like when it comes to an emotional scene like that, where it's the music or anything like that is very silent, and what you're
Yeah.
hearing is just the raw pain that person is feeling on the inside.
And he did such a whoever was the music composer did such a good job because then he kind of turns it up like
Yeah,
toward like the
little
right
bit.
time.
Yes,
That's why I love the Sasuke and Naruto fight so much,
because it's
is because
perfect time.
they don't they use the music and hit you with the nostalgia factor, but
Mm-hmm.
they let a scene just go like when
Mm-hmm.
Naruto and Sasuke are just punching each other,
Yeah,
and then they kind of bring it. So Shikamaru, if you don't like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like that was Shikamaru is hands down probably the best character in the Naruto series. Well written, design wise, awesome,
yeah,
so good,
yeah,
so good. So we both agree S plus.
yeah. Easy. I think these next three characters are easy too, but let's discuss them. Let's. Who do you
Okay,
want next?
let's go Hinata.
Okay, your girl.
That's my
Your
girl.
girl.
I'm gonna be realistic. Okay, I
Yeah.
love Hinata.
Oh my
I'm gonna put
gosh,
her.
awesome.
I'm gonna put her on S. I'm gonna put
I
her.
think I'm. I think I'm. I think I'm right there with you.
I want to go S plus. But my vision for Hinata, I love who Hinata is, how she was. You know how she who she is now. Like this is the why reasons I love Hinata as a character. But there was always a little bit of me that said, "You're like the Hyuga clan leader." And I kind of want you to be a little bit more kind of a badass, just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I want you to hold your own. Like you and Naruto in the movie, they showcase like the potential there.
Yeah.
So, like with Boruto, if there ever came a situation that Hinata needed to protect Boruto or Himawari, which I always thought, I always imagined, like I want her to go out like a G. You know, I want her to really
Just
better than
going
pain,
all out.
better than pain.
You want her like stronger than pain or like
I want her to be stronger than when she faced pain.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
She as an
something
adult she should be like very, very hard, like OP.
like instead of a minute fight, it should be like a 6 minute fight.
She should be like the best, like no one should want to get near her. She should be like the absolute best, like you have to do long distance against her or else you lose.
She needs to be. She has to be stronger than all the female shinobis.
Yeah,
Like
I
for
agree.
me, and my
If
ideal
you're
is like she has to be there, right?
like, but that's the thing. She's not stronger than Sakura. I hate saying it. She's not stronger than Sakura.
I still have like I
Well,
guess we wouldn't know until we like see some arcs or
yeah,
whatever.
I
But
guess I
she's
guess
not. But I will say she's not.
no, yeah, I would think Sakura is stronger, and that's it's sad to say, but it's true.
Maybe
Like that's just
tomorrow.
how it. Yeah, Tamari, she could. I think Tamari would be a strong. Like it'd be a good battle between the two. I think they're about even.
I love Hinata though. Hinata's
Yes.
like my girl. I think her gentleness is not a weakness. I think it's a sign of like she can she can be powerful and she
Yeah.
can when she needs to protect she'll protect. Like imagine
Yeah.
her protecting her kids now. She protected
Yo.
Naruto. Now
Yeah.
imagine her protecting her kids. I just think that hopefully maybe if they do use her, other than being a housewife and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that potentially maybe Naruto gets really severely injured and they're going after maybe Boruto or whatever. Like
Yeah.
she needs to train. I would love to see her go back to the Hyuga clan mansion
And
and
get that
train with
little.
Hanabi. Because
Yeah.
I think Hanabi's probably stronger than her at this point too. She's the
But
leader.
I would think even. I would think even. I think Hinata. Well, she probably is because Hinata left.
I don't think
Hinata
Hinata's
left.
training, as
Yeah,
much.
Hinata
It's
is now a mother, and she's not doing much Shinobi.
it's like the Chi
Um.
Chi situation. Chi Chi was like a fighter back in the day, and
Yeah.
then like she got married with Goku, doesn't fight as much,
Nah.
just a housewife. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit the next one. Who we got? Who
But
you
did you say
say?
S? You said S,
I
right?
said S. Yeah, I said S. Yeah,
Okay, we
can
put
go
on
anything
Hinata
low.
as S.
Yeah, we
I mean,
went
it's
S.
crazy because Hinata's like on mine with Pain,
Yeah.
Hashirama, Kakashi, like,
Yeah, I know. I
but
have her with Hashirama and Minato, and yeah, it's like weird.
all means I don't think she's powerful as them.
No,
That's
this is like
not.
I said. This is
It's
not
more
about
like
power.
likability.
This
Yeah.
is not about it's overall. It's everything. Power, likability, like writing, and again, she's great written. She grows. Character growth is amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's easy S tier.
Well, let's talk about her man,
All right,
Naruto.
we're on Naruto. Okay, the main character, the guy of the guys, Easy D. I'm kidding.
Maybe like beginning Naruto,
Yeah, yeah, his annoying
dub
point.
beginning Naruto.
I know, God.
God, the
Oh,
dub is terrible on
that's so
Naruto
hard.
is.
Yeah.
Dude, this is our main. Yeah, you hit it over the head. It's our main protagonist, and what a journey it was to see Naruto just absolutely grow. He is easily, how much I love older Naruto.
Yeah.
He is not like Goku, where he stays stupid. he, but then again, Goku was kind of not like that in Dragon Ball Z. But
Yeah.
anyway, so in Boruto, he's matured. He still has the characteristics as Naruto. He is what a progression should be, and Naruto, to me, hands down, is an S+ character.
Yeah, dude, I mean, you hit it right on the mark. Naruto, like his character growth grew with us. He's the main character of the show. We followed the story for him, and he's lovable. He's goofy. You're rooting for him the entire time, and the fact that the way he grows up is he just grows up with you. The show was around for how many years? 2007, 2006 when it started. Went on to like 2000.
25 years, maybe 25 years. It was overall series.
Feel
The
like it's
the
been
the, the
that
manga.
long. Oh,
Yeah,
the manga and stuff. Yeah, he's
yeah.
been with us like for a lot of people for so long, and you feel
Oh
like
yeah.
growth in you. Like you watch it, and you're like, God, I feel like I grew up that way. I was a silly kid who did this stuff, and I grew up. I just constantly learned, and I'm still silly sometimes, but I'm smarter than I was. And he just became like from him being coming from nothing, being like him being the hatred against him and no love to seeing like, dude, the moment when he beats Pain and he saves the village, God, that scene is just amazing. It's so amazing to see that love for him that he longed for and fought so hard for.
I agree, man. I mean, this is like Naruto. It's on the title. Naruto, like, brought in a new generation of anime fans and manga fans. This
Mhm.
dude, like, there's One Piece. A lot of people talk One Piece, but when it comes to like the American kind of Western anime lovers and manga lovers, Naruto brought that.
It's
Like, he was as big as Dragon. He's still pretty big
yeah,
as Dragon Ball, man. I mean,
yeah,
this was the Dragon Ball of like a different era with different ages, and Naruto as a character, man. I didn't think he would be one of my favorite characters of all time, but from the kid to all his struggles, to all his fights, to his determination, to his beliefs, to now being a man, being a Hokage, you're absolutely right. It's like you're following this journey of this character who's a fucking cartoon, but like it has such an emotional weight because it may be shinobis and jutsus and stuff, but the message is there.
yeah,
Look at all the hard. There's a reason why they constantly showed you training, trying to get better. You know, he worked at it. So
yeah.
that's a protagonist I'm all for. You know
Mhm.
why Captain America Steve Rogers is great in the MCU? Is because he's a lot like Naruto. Like, personality wise, and just never, dude. He's he. The whole thing was for him and Sasuke, like for him to bring back Sasuke, and
Yeah.
like Sasuke tried to kill him numerous of times.
Murdered. Yeah.
And yet he's still the bonds. I think what really got me in the series was the bonds. Like, there
Yeah.
is things like that in the world, and So Naruto, man, he's S plus to me,
Yeah.
and he's forever gonna hold like a special place in my heart for sure.
He
He's the guy who got me back into anime.
Yeah, he's gonna hold a special place in the heart of anyone who watches Naruto. Like when you watch Naruto, it's Naruto's the guy. Like Naruto really does take the show and really does carry it. And you look at my S plus. There's a ton of people in my S plus, a ton of people in my. There's so many low characters in the show, but Naruto is the main character for a reason, and he shines as the main character. He deserves to be the main character. And I mean, the biggest thing I hear people talk crap about Naruto and the character himself and everything is it's always about the talk no jutsu. People
Yeah,
hate the talk no jutsu, and I get it at times, but I love like even though I don't even fully agree with it, I love how he goes to the most broken of villains and he tries to like understand them and connect with them on a level. And again, this annoys a lot of people, but I
Tan-
like it. I
Tanjiro's
like
the
it.
same. Tanjiro
Yeah,
from Demon Slayer.
exactly.
It works for if it's with Naruto. That's a yeah. I know I talk shit about Takano Jutsu, but
You do,
the
and we all
problem
do.
is
I do too.
the thing is though it works for that character because we
Yes.
know how that character is, and
Yes.
when Naruto speaks, kudos to the Japanese actress, amazing. Like that voice carries a lot of weight, and like when those lines are being dropped, I'm just like he could when he's talking, it's just like you listen.
Mhm.
Shikamaru is the best person to describe Naruto. He's like, I don't know what it is. I just want to help him. I want to be by his side.
Yeah.
Hinata, there's a reason why she loves him.
Yeah.
Even when he's pissed, the one line I love is when he says, "You could rip my arms, you could rip my legs or whatever, you cut my head off. I'll crawl my way to you." You know,
Yeah.
it's so the talk no jutsu works on characters like that. So Naruto works, Tanjiro works. Best example that it doesn't work, read Attack on Titan's final chapter.
No, I'm not gonna read it yet. Not going. No, I gotta watch it. I'm watching the show.
We'll see how this show goes, but
Yeah.
nah, Chase. Like, yeah, the talk no jutsu. It is. It's an easy way out. But I'll give it to Naruto, man. I mean, this is a kid who fucking farted on people who won a match. He's just a
Yeah.
different cat, man. He's a guy who,
Yes.
it works. It works for him.
Yeah. It does. I mean, it can be hard to write a character that's like a main character that can annoy people,
Hmm.
but you fall in love with it and you find it endearing, like the way his like his silliness and his camaraderie with his friends and stuff like that. Because you're rooting for him. You're rooting for this dude to like as the show goes on, he's making more and more friends, and you're trying to like these people come in and originally they like show disdain against him. They seem to not like him, and you looking at them like you're gonna figure out soon enough that Naruto, and they always do. Each character figures out, yeah, Naruto. There's something about Naruto that's special, and every new character that comes in, I'm like, they're gonna figure out what makes Naruto special. They're gonna show hatred towards them, but Naruto's gonna do something to impress them.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Naruto, man. He won me over. He won
yeah.
me over.
Easy.
All right, best character, man.
Best character for last.
Oh yeah,
Best
hell
character for last.
yeah.
Last. Easy. S plus.
S plus plus. Dude, people who love soccer are gonna hate on us right now. I fucking hate Sakura. Like, I really think this is even Kishimoto, the creator,
Yeah,
did not care. Like, he didn't know what to do this with Sakura. It's
yeah,
everywhere. If you go and just look, it's everywhere, and they will tell you why. At one point, the editor of Kishimoto told people, "Hey, man, maybe you should make Hinata the main,
yeah,
the one of the main protagonists." And
yeah,
I'm glad that he didn't go that route because it makes Hinata character a little more special because she wasn't throughout the whole series.
yeah.
But I gave this is gonna shock you, Chase. I'm not gonna give her a D. I'm gonna give her C.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her C because she does has a little bit of good abilities. She does have a good character design. I like her character design
I think. Hey,
in
she's cute.
Boruto. Yeah, Cute.
Yeah.
In Boruto, she has a better design in my opinion.
Mm.
She's a little bit better of a character.
She's
I actually like seeing her as a mom.
her fight with Sarda was dope.
Shin,
Oh, Shin too. Shin was dope.
that was great.
That was
Um,
awesome.
the problem is she's annoying. She contradicts herself. She is all about that jock on Sasuke. I don't care if people make fun of that. That's a big problem. She loves a guy who, like,
Wanted to
absolutely
murder him. I wanted to
was
murder
going
her.
to do it. Was
Yeah.
going to do it, and she couldn't. She had that big moment where she could have done something. Even if you don't kill off Sasuke, stab him at least.
Yeah.
You know, it's very weird that these two. I get it. It's very weird though that these two hooked up at the end. But Sakura, like, is the most useless. This is how. This is how I fucking. This is why I hate her. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the main. This was everything that summed up of why I hated this stupid chick. When they all do the new three setting against modern stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're
And
about to say.
then Naruto Sasuke, Naruto Sasuke's on the snake and Naruto's on his
Yeah.
rock, and then she's on the slug. She's like, I can finally stand next to you.
I've caught up.
Next, for me, it's the manga. So next chapter was like, oh, this bitch is gonna die right now. She's
Yeah, I know.
this stupid. And then she tried to run up on. Oh my god, dude, she is the worst. But I didn't give her a D. I couldn't do that. I had to give some props.
I'm on the exact same like scale as you are. She's a C in my opinion because she has power. Because in Boruto she's there. She's there. She's very hateable, and it just again contradicts herself all the time. Her unnecessary anger towards Naruto, her weird love for Sasuke. I like them together, but like her obsession with him over the fact that he tried to kill her and stuff is just weird. And then like okay, that scene. There's a scene that like there's times where I try to give Sakura the benefit of the doubt, but there's a scene that I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're the worst person ever. It's when she was. It was in that movie that you were talking about where. They go to that reverse universe.
Road Ninja.
Yeah, Road Ninja. She is the absolute fucking worst in that movie. Like one of the very first scenes is like her like she gets pissed off at her parents, so she goes to Naruto and she's like, "Here, we're going on a date," and takes Naruto. And it's like, why are you telling him you're on a date when you know you don't like him and he likes you like that? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Chase, you there? Uh-oh. We've been talking too long.
I know. Do you hear me?
Dude, you brought that point up, and like the confession scene, bro.
The confession scene was horrible.
At first I was nervous. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then because it was like right after Pain and Hinata and stuff. And then I was like reading, I was like, wait, I ain't nervous. She's a stupid bitch. Like she constantly hits Naruto. She constantly bewilders Naruto.
Yep.
She
belittles him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, belittles him.
Yeah.
She does this confession so fake. Naruto straight out tell you faking, girl.
Yeah.
And then she still has the balls to try to go get Sasuke.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, there's so many scenes that she constantly like in that movie, she was sitting on him with the swing, and she's literally bitching about her parents, and Naruto is visibly upset because he doesn't have fucking parents to bitch about, and she continues to, and then she gets on to him when he tries to say, hey, like calmly, he's like, hey, like that's he's showing that it's affecting him, and she still gets mad at him for because this dude's parents are dead. And you're gonna sit here and bitch about your goddamn parents the entire time, and like she did it in the beginning of the series, like she talked crap about the fact that Naruto was an orphan in front of Sasuke, and it's in front of Sasuke.
So bad, dude. It's so bad. It's everybody thinks we're lying. Hey, we ain't lying. This all happened
from the very beginning. She was terrible, and they never do anything to make her better. They just continuously.
So, I just don't know how Kishimoto dropped that ball so hard.
So hard.
Like he couldn't even like fix her throughout the series. Not even
Mhm.
part two.
Oh,
She has one shining moment, and she's still the fucking same.
all you needed to do was make her realize that she was the weakest one of her group, that she was weaker than Naruto, and that she was weaker than Sasuke, that she was actually the weak one, not Naruto, and have her like have that like training. It's like she went through the training and stuff like that. You could have just shown her off like that. Oh, she's powerful now in her own way because of the training she did.
You know what?
You didn't
You
need
know
to make her such a bitch. And
you
I
have
say
her
that very
train.
strongly. I'm sorry, guys, but I say that strongly.
This character is terrible.
It's
Um,
horribly written.
she should could have like Kishimoto could have had her train with Tsunade still, learn the
Hmm.
medical jutsu, and
Hmm.
then like you said, realize like this is not enough. I need to go and do her own little Naruto, leaving the village, finding other
Yeah,
masters
yeah,
and learning from them, and then come back with new abilities because she doesn't have
but
she's not a Uchiha. She doesn't have eyes. She has strength. She
yeah,
has medical.
but that's what she
Imagine,
did. She went to I mean, she went to Tsunade to get those things.
yeah, go to other people that are
Yeah,
legendary. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying is like be the wandering instead of the kung fu, right? Kung fu, that
yeah,
show or whatever. Like this guy goes from town to town. Be like that, and
yeah,
then like learn. Because you need something. You need a power upgrade. You need to find your own Orochimaru other than
hmm,
Tsunade because like this is not enough.
yeah,
Medical, they Kishimoto just doesn't know how to write female characters.
yeah,
But then again, he does, which is weird because he writes Tamari, he writes
yeah.
Hinata,
Not
but then you have like a 1010, and you
yeah.
have an Ino. So
Ino and Sakura. Yeah,
so I'm glad that he didn't put Hinata in protagonist route because maybe he would have ruined her character. I think it's
yeah.
perfect just how it was. But with Sakura, she just bad writing. I just am baffled on why the continuous bad writing on her. But Chase, I'm with you. Like the Boruto series, a little bit better, but it's
Tiny bit,
just the
tiny bit.
relationship between her and Sasuke and Boruto is a little bit better. I guess. I don't know. I
Sasuke's a
guess.
terrible father. I don't know. It's
I don't know, right? He's
he's
kind
a
of
horrible father.
like the Goku, but then
Yeah,
but he's being sent to like these crazy ass missions.
yeah. He is very very important.
The
But
Sasuke,
you could have taken a day to see your daughter and
yeah,
spend.
you could have like been there for her birth. It sounded like you weren't
Yeah.
there.
No, he was there. He was there.
Oh, okay.
Because she birthed him in Orochimaru's lab.
Is that? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I
That's right.
don't know
That's
if
right.
that's canon to the manga, but that's canon to the show.
And then like that relationship. Let's say before Boruto, that's such a Joker and Harley Quinn relationship.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah, it is.
toxic. And people look at it and are like, "Oh my god, I want my own Joker. Oh my god, I want my own Harley."
And
Like
you're
that's
like, why?
dude.
Like,
Do you not know that relationship?
it's a
So
bad relationship.
Sasuke and Sakura, man.
Yeah.
Sakura, the best character of all time.
Yep. 100% agree with it.
We got through it, man. We're done.
We did. I got my tier list. I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it on my Snap so everyone sees it.
That's a
Uh,
big. That's a lot of characters for
it's a
sure.
lot, dude. I put a lot more higher up than I thought, but it also just shows how many great characters are in this show.
We should do Office or the Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be down. Just do both. If we can do both of them at the same time,
That'd
and
be
like
cool, huh?
that'd be a
Yeah.
cool little thing. I think that'd be cool. Think
Because
about
like
that.
you got to go like Michael Scott versus like Ron Swanson, and
Yeah,
that's a hard one.
yeah. We didn't get much people in this live stream right now, but I hope a lot of people watch this later on and talk in the comments and give their opinions to this, man. Like, what do they think of these guys? They put Sakura higher. Would you put do you hate Jiraiya? I don't. You don't, but I want to know. But like, I had fun doing this tier list. I don't know about you.
No, it was a blast. Like
I loved it.
it's so great to go back and talk Naruto because it's kind
Yeah,
of I don't do the reviews yet for Boruto, and Naruto
yeah,
has been like it's been a while. Which is I don't watch the anime
yeah.
of Boruto, and then the anime of Naruto. Like everything's done with Naruto, so it's always good to go back and
And talk
really
about it.
kind of
And you can
reflect,
talk about it forever. Like you can just go on with Naruto.
especially with like these no name, but like lesser characters. It's fun to talk about like because they did have moments.
Yeah, they did. And there's a couple characters that kind of the only character I can think about that's really left out are Kabuto
Kabuto.
and Uruku Sensei.
Oh no, Ruke. That's right.
I realized Uruku wasn't in there halfway through. I was like,
It'd be a
I,
C.
B, brother, B man.
Maybe a B. Maybe.
Could have given B because he's father. He's a father.
Okay, we'll
Like
go B. We'll
yeah.
go B.
All right. I think we should call it a
Hell yeah,
stream.
man! I can only imagine what time it is over
I'm
there.
exhausted. I have to work in like 5 hours. So
All right, get some sleep. All right,
hell yeah.
guys.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a good day.
Good night.